We make a choice every day
to push harder,
to dream bigger,
to go beyond limits.
We balance lectures and late nights,
exams and extra training,
setbacks
and comebacks.
Because this is more than a university.
This is who we are.
Fueled by ambition,
United by belonging,
Driven by belief. The roar of the crowd,
The silence before the start.
in the shadow of those before us.
and the light of us to come.
The feeling when everything you've worked for
comes down to this moment. This is where sport and well-being unleash something greater.
Where you grow into someone who can shape not just your world, but our world.
The world.
this is more than sport.
more than university.
Edinburgh.
Be more.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Royal Commonwealth Pool. We are here in the capital of Scotland, Edinburgh, for session 4 of this Edinburgh International Swim Meet 2026. We had a good night of action last night, the first finals session, some great times set, and we saw some records set all through the day. Senior record last night and also junior records for this Edinburgh International Swim Meet in the morning yesterday as well. My name's Paul Noble. I'll be taking you through the action this morning, and alongside me in the commentary box, Robert Taylor. Morning, Robert.
Good morning, everyone. Nice to be back at Edinburgh, and nice to be working with you again today, Paul. As you can see, we've got another busy schedule. 400 IM kicks us off. don't know if we'll actually be doing lap cards for an IM. I know we do. We've now
I know
introduced that for a
yeah.
400 free, but
That's a fairly recent thing in the last few weeks, isn't it?
Yeah, it has indeed. It's been added into the aquatics rules. So our officials, I don't know if they're absolutely thrilled about having to do lap cars now for 400s, but it's the way of the world, Paul. Things move on, rules change, as you know.
There'll definitely be lap cards for the female
There
800.
certainly will be, yep. And we've got a 400 IM for the ladies a bit further on. So it will be interesting. I haven't, I am actually a qualified referee, so that's something that no one has actually said that we do it for IM. I wouldn't think we do it for IM, Paul, but we'll find out.
Maybe a wee bit easier to count in the
I think
IM,
it is,
isn't
yeah.
it,
You're just
rather
doing
than
two
the freestyle,
strokes of
That's it.
every discipline, whereas some people find it very difficult to count to 8 now these days.
I don't, well, Robert, I know from swimming 400s in the past, if you're in the middle of the race, your concentration is right there on your race. It's quite often I've got to the end, I'm thinking, oh, hang on a minute, where are we now?
Yeah.
But usually my body used to tell me, oh yeah, it must be the last the last few lengths now. But 800s will be good as well. We had good 1500 swims yesterday, some good contests we had in the 1500s. 50 back, we'll see Ollie Morgan come back in. He had a great swim yesterday in the backstroke, take that title in the 100 back. He's next to Jack Skerry again in the heats this morning. The female 50 back as well, near return. Lauren Cox will be in the water again. She had a good 100 last night, looking like she's on good form. 100 breaststroke, well, maybe the one that lots of people have been looking forward to. Adam Peaty making his return to the pool, his first long course competition.
Yeah, nice
since
to see
Paris.
him back. Yeah, this is a meet that Adam regularly has come up to. It's one that he sticks in his calendar, so it's nice to have him back competing. The slight age of 32 now, Paul. It's great to see that.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing what kind of shape that Adam is on. You have Gregory Butler next to him in that final heat. Philip Navaki will also go as well, the winner of the 200 last night. The butterflies back on, female butterflies back on after that, and Canna McInnes had a good 200 yesterday.
Yeah, she was very, very good. Took that up at halfway and storm clear. And Ciara Slosson, to be fair, fought back from a third place and came up with a very nice time, sub 2:10. So don't expect today great times, because a lot of these athletes are in serious training. So anything close to their entry time will be very, very respectable. You'll find that in some of the heats this morning, some of the top athletes will, let's say, cruise in maybe 10 seconds slower than maybe their entry time, because they know what they need to do to qualify for finals this evening.
Well, it's all about making those finals, and we will have heats all the way almost, apart from the 800s where it's the fastest heat will be swum tonight. So that'll be the one and only chance that the swimmers will have to swim the 800. But for events like this, the 400 IM, it's all about making the top 8 times to get you into that super final. So the fastest 8 from all the heats will make their way into the super final. We will have a B final as well for the next 8, and the next 8 juniors, so 18 years and under, will, and if they haven't made the A and the B final, the next 8 will go on to that junior final. So 24 opportunities to make the finals.
Certainly for the juniors, that is.
For the juniors,
For the juniors, yeah. If the juniors actually are in the top 8, it doesn't matter. They're actually in the A final or the B final. So
few empty lanes in this first one, Robert. We've got 5 swimmers though taking the start. First of 4 heats of this 400 individual medley, and as always, for all the races that you'll see on the live stream today, lane 1 is at the bottom of your picture, lane 8 right at the top, and those 2 yellow marked lanes in the centre of the pool, they are lanes 4 and 5, and they will have the fastest qualified swimmers in those lanes. Lane 4 is the closest yellow lane to us, lane 5 the furthest away. So line up for this one, Finlay Bruce from Perth City, in 1. Closest to us, Conan Swinney from Derwentside and Gateshead in 2. No swimmer in 3. And we have Toby Bullock, who's the fastest entry time, going in 4. Jacob Barnett in 5. No swimmer in 6. And Brian Deneuve from Chelsea and Westminster out on his own in lane number 7.
At least we can now confirm no lap cards. I did have a wee look at the far end, and
I never thought about that, Robert.
I would have been surprised if we'd had lap cards for a 400 IM. As we say, it's 2 strokes in the long course pool of each, 2 lengths of each stroke, whereas in the short course pool, a 400, it's 4 lengths.
Did they ever swim, like 400s in the other strokes as well? I mean, I have seen in kind of local events, and sometimes you see like a long breaststroke, like a 400 breaststroke and whatever, just as a kind of a fun event in club events. I mean, I wonder what they would do for something like that. You're looking at me as if to say I'm making it all up.
I am aware that in a 400 free, some swimmers very, very occasionally will decide I'm going to swim this all breaststroke, or they will swim it all butterfly, perhaps.
I've never seen wee fun events, but I don't suppose they're in the rule book, so it doesn't count.
It doesn't count, no.
Anyway,
so Toby Bullock now in 3rd place. It's Finlay Bruce that's taken it up. 2:14.40. Toby's coming back at him though. All very interesting with an IM. There's strengths and weaknesses that all of these swimmers have. You often find that breaststroke sometimes is the one that swimmers struggle with. It can be very good in the other 3, and they get swallowed up midway through the race, and then they've got to give it everything to finish with. But, a good breaststroke works wonders in this. And Toby Bullock in that green cap coming through very, very strongly. It's something that Midlothian are very, very good at, producing excellent IM swimmers. Just one of our smaller clubs in Scotland, but I think it was Club of the Year last year. Each year we have a club that's nominated.
Midlothian.
Midlothian.
All right, good.
Yeah. And very tight between the two, 3:38.64 for Finlay. A good race to kick us off, Paul.
Yeah, per city, that red cap, Finlay Bruce on the outside lane. There wasn't much in terms of the entry time to choose between them all. Toby Bullock with a 4:35 and Finlay Bruce with a 4:39. They're a little bit closer in the pool, and you see the splits there of the previous 50. So Toby Bullock 32.95. You'll just see that he's taken a couple of seconds out of Finlay Bruce there with that red cap, and Finlay is holding on to 2nd position quite well, but Toby Bullock swum this well. Midlothian swimmer with that green cap in the middle. He's going to come in. It's going to be outside the entry time of 4:35, 4:44.61, as you said, Robert.
Yeah, well, that's the best part of 8-9 seconds over his entry time, but you take that and break that into hundreds. It's 2 seconds for 100, or 1 second or so per length. So very respectable time for these guys.
And there's the result of the first heat of the 4. I mean, we've seen some good times. Some people challenging their entry times, Robert. But quite a number of the times have been.
Certainly expect the Canadian swimmers who are over here to acquit themselves very well. Benjamin Sesklin actually got a junior record yesterday, and he also broke that record in the final last night. But there was another junior that went a wee bit faster, so...
we saw junior records changing hands yesterday, didn't we? One after the other. So good quality for the juniors here, and a good start for this one.
James Bodie in 1 from University of Aberdeen Performance, teammate Fergus Thompson in 2. The aforementioned Canadian Benjamin Seskin goes in 3. Josh Shakir from Team England in 4. Philip Giro from PK Aztec in Greece in 5. Louis Thorne from Team England in 6. Teammate Edward Ormsby in 7. And Frank Lamb from Millfield College in lane number 8. So the only 2 Scots are the 2 guys from Aberdeen area. Near side to you, lanes 1 and 2. They're a wee bit further back, but the Canadian lad off pretty nicely to begin with, 101.58. Pretty similar to the previous heat. Now this looks a wee bit tighter, Paul. 4 or 5 very much in the mix. Frank Lamb over on the far side, also tracking those 5 in the middle of the pool.
Yeah, he's doing a good job, the Millfield swimmer. On that far side here. Team England well represented here. Joshua Keel, Louis Thorne and Edward Ormsby. Ormsby had a good swim yesterday. And let's see Edward Ormsby actually. I think he's just stopped Edward Ormsby. We'll come down to the bottom end. We'll see him hanging on the pool. So we're not going to see Edward Ormsby here. Looks okay though. Maybe just took on some water possibly, but we're not going to see Edward Ormsby there in lane number 7. But the Team England squad is a youth squad. I think they was Nathan and Stephen were on the live stream with me last night. They were saying there's around about 35, 36 swimmers.
That's good to have
youth swimmers, including para swimmers as well, and good representation from that Team England squad, and they swam pretty well yesterday.
And near side, Fergus still with that very slight advantage, but the Canadian lad, who didn't have a great backstroke compared to some of the other lads, has come through very strongly again. And that'll be something that the Canadian team will look at, and they'll be trying to improve Benjamin's backstroke if that's the weaker of his 4 strokes.
Edward Ormsby causing havoc here because he's hitting the lane rope, so our captions are picking up every time he gets onto the lane rope. So hopefully he's okay. He looks okay to us on there. But unfortunately it's our captions we're not going to get, but we'll bring you this as much as we can. The scoreboard in the pool is still there, so if Robert can see that, because I'm at a bad angle for that one, Robert.
Yeah,
a bit too tight an angle for me to read that scoreboard.
3:29.41 is the 300 mark, and this is a cracking swim from the youngster from Canada. They were over here, I think it was last year, and they performed exceptionally well. We certainly saw very fast finishes from them, coming from 5th, 6th place, and sometimes snatching it right to death. And there's another solid swim from Ben.
Looking really strong. Look at the second half of this one's been fantastic, hasn't it? I'll try and bring you the time as he touches the wall. Hopefully we're going to get it in our graphics, but if Robert can see that as he hits the wall. Oh, there we go, we've got something now. 4:32. 4:39 for Philip Gero, but he did close up very slightly there on that last 50 freestyle, but Benjamin Sesson did the damage in the second half of that race with a fantastic breaststroke and a really good freestyle as well.
So I'm almost certain that that will get him maybe a B final, perhaps.
Yeah, of course. 4:32.17. We'll just keep an eye on that time.
The only swimmer to swim faster than his entry time, but no real surprise because the Canadians will have targeted this for the swimmers. They'll be a bit more tapered than everyone else.
Yeah, and they seem to come out really fast in the morning yesterday. It was quite often you saw a Canadian at the front of the field in the heats. And they really wanted to come out and perform in those heats yesterday morning. There was no taking it easy for them.
Of course, the standard over there in North America is very fierce. So we know that when they compete, they've got to go and give it everything in the heats. Whereas over here, sometimes the swimmers know fine that if they come fairly close to their entry time, they're safely into a final.
Well, some top performers in this one. We're into the cycle-seeded heats already. 400s have the last 2 heats are cycle-seeded, and the 100s and the 50s will be the last 3 heats. But we're into heat 3 of 4, and we have Lewis Maxwell there, just on the left side of your screen in lane number 1. Down outside in Gateshead, Donatas Dragasius from Chelsea and Westminster in lane 2. 2 from University of Stirling, Finlay Davis in 3 and George Smith in 4. Philip Navaki, we had an excellent swim yesterday in the 200 breaststroke. He goes in lane 5. Cameron Rapson, University of Stirling in 6. Isaac Thompson, Mount Kelly in 7, and Wilfred Lee from Millfield in lane number 8. But Navaki in lane number 5, one of the rising stars of British swimming, a European junior record holder in the 200 metres breaststroke. He looked good yesterday. Didn't have it all his own way yesterday, but he swam well to win that title. And we were saying yesterday on the commentary that myself and Duncan, who was doing the venue announcing here, we were up at the Island Games, and Philip Navaki was an absolute star for the Jersey team.
Yeah, Duncan mentioned that yesterday on the venue where I was working all day. And, we have him to look forward to against Adam Peaty, as we mentioned later on this morning. That will be an interesting one.
George Smith, though, this is right in his wheelhouse, isn't it? He's got a great record in this 400 metres individual medley, the man from Stirling University. British short course champion, bronze medalist at the British Championships last year. So George Smith, this will be a target event for him. He's going well in lane 4.
Back in second. Finlay Davis in lane 3, another ex-Midlothian swimmer. And let's see if he can qualify for the final. It's very much an event that Finlay performs extremely well in the IM. It's something that quite a number of the clubs specialise and make sure that all the swimmers are able to compete in an IM. Just narrow it down to one particular stroke. George is looking good, 2:10.51 at the halfway mark. He's got an entry time of 4:11.50, so you'd expect something maybe 10 seconds or so over that. As long as he's just ahead of Navaki, I'm sure he'll be quite happy.
Two of them pulling away now, those two,
you can see the long glide, pretty effortless, Paul.
Finlay Davis still looking good though.
Finlay Davis coming through, just making absolutely certain that he's going to get third place and under no pressure for getting into the final. There we have Navaki showing his qualities here in the breaststroke. Having said that, George Smith, very useful breaststroker as well in this IM. Won't be too worried about it. He's just sort of coasting at the moment.
Yeah, pretty similar techniques there as Novaki takes up the running. 3:25.51 for him, 3:26 for George Smith, and those two away and clear. They don't have to work too hard, you would think. One heat to come though.
Yeah, you're looking at maybe probably a finish time, just a smidgen, maybe under 4:30, Paul. So you kind of think that Ben Cisnan, the Canadian, will be in the A final. If this is what the first of the seeded heats is turning out to be, you'd probably expect something similar in the next heat. Yeah, 32.27, you add another 32 seconds and you're virtually bang on 4:30. So.
And Findlay Davis beginning to come back now on his teammate George Smith to University of Stirling, but Philip Novaki looking very comfortable at the front of this field. And you are spot on, Robert, just under 4:30 mark. George Smith eases in.
You can see just how easy that was for George Smith. Really wasn't trying that second half of the race. Findlay Davis, I think 4:35 will probably get him in. Cameron might be on the cusp on a 4:36.
So there's the results.
Sub 4:36 will get the top four in the next one, but they're all sub 4:30 apart from one swimmer. Benjamin Beale bang on the 4:30 mark. Nice one to finish the IM.
Well, some big names in this one. Max Litchfield in that centre lane, in lane number 4, Loughborough Performance Centre, and well, Duncan Scott in lane number 6 off to a fast start. He had a fantastic 200 IM last night, and Duncan Scott is, well, whatever he turns his hand to, he can do absolutely everything, Duncan Scott. And he, as I said, very good 200 freestyle. We said in the live stream last night that 200 IM is arguably even better than his 200 freestyle. Had a great record at the Olympic Games in the 200 IM, a couple of silver medals for him, and also that 200 freestyle, fantastic record that Duncan Scott has in that. But Max Litchfield, again, is the man who would focus on the individual medley events. They've had some good battles on this 400 individual medley over the years. Duncan Scott has that lead at the moment. Max Litchfield in second position again. Double Olympian Max Litchfield just missing out on the medals at major championships. Swimmer now in Loughborough, was in Sheffield in previous years. And Duncan Scott and Max Litchfield trying to make their way into that top 8 to make it into the super final, but Duncan Scott looking very, very good indeed at the moment.
So Max Litchfield closing now. Not so much between the two, and they're well cleared, Paul. It's pretty safe that they'll be in the super final. Just a question of the other two guys behind, Littles and Annis. Yeah. Wilkinson's a longer way back in 5th. Well, Duncan with maybe a half a body length advantage here.
Well, just let's see what's happening with the times here, Robert. And Lichfield and Scott, though, they'll be the two top performers here, and they should be safely into that 400 IM final tonight. And they're going head to head here. I wonder what we're going to get on this final stage. Is 3:22.39 for Duncan Scott, 3:22.95 for Max Litchfield. Good breaststroke for Marcel Whittles to bring him back into third position. And those three looking pretty clear. David Annis from University of Stirling as well in lane number 5. Should be safely enough into that final, but Scott and Litchfield,
they're both coasting down here. They're treating it almost like a swim down.
It's going to be a little bit faster than the previous ones. They're going to be in the centre lanes for that final tonight, Robert.
Certainly the first three are going to be in the super final. Just a question whether David Annis can also get in. I think he will. Oh, Litchfield takes that, 4:23.31, Scott 4:24.74, Whittles 4:28.77. They're all comfortably in, as is Annis on a 4:33.10. So those four, along with the first three, and Ben Sisnan, Canadian, will all be in the A final, Paul.
Yeah, Sisnan
Rapson,
comfortably in, actually, in around about 6th place or something.
Cameron Rapson on 4:36, I think, finished 9th.
So there we are, Max Litchfield and Duncan Scott eased in there. And Edward Marshall Whittles in third place in that heat. David Annis will make it as well. We'll see the top 8 as they stand. Max Litchfield leads the way, Duncan Scott, they'll be side by side. And as you said, Robert, Cameron Rapson just missing out there on that top 8. And there you'll see the people that are lying in 17th position going down to some of the swimmers that we saw in those earlier heats as well. But of course, we have 400 IM heats this afternoon as well, so the swimmers this afternoon will have a chance
indeed
to make it into some of those finals.
You'd see that Toby Bullock and Finlay Bruce in that first heat, a little bit further down the field. I think they'll be pretty safe with those times for getting into junior final, but we'll check on that later. So, bit of fun, if that's the right word, an 800 freestyle.
I don't mind an 800 freestyle.
Just 2 heats, we have 3 in total. As you mentioned, Paul, the fastest heat will be swam at the beginning, early doors this evening. So we should actually have 7 swimmers going in this one, but just the 3. Those are in lane 2, Lucy Hall from the East Lothian swim team, Lexi Mulcahy from Plymouth College, and over in lane 5, another Plymouth College swimmer, Willow Kerr Muir. So they're all entry times around about the 9:20 to 9:18 and 9:24. So probably something like 9:35, 9:40 might be the sort of marker for a lot of these girls in the first heat, unless they're geared to go pretty close to their entry time. 1:05.80 is to kick us off.
Oh, we did see some good improvements in the 1500 yesterday, so let's see if we can get something, some improvements here in these heats this morning. So just 3 swimmers taking the start for this one. We're due to have 6 actually in this first heat, but only 3 are now taking on the distance. Willow Kerr Muir from Plymouth College and her teammate Lexi Mulcahy. They go in 6 and 5 and 3 respectively. Closest to us, Lucy Hall from East Lothian. I think Lexi Mulcahy that we saw yesterday. She's an Australian swimmer, so that's a nationality that she has registered with. When she was an Australian age group champion, was Lexi Mulcahy, just 15 years of age, but now swimming for Plymouth College. And Tony and I were looking at the flags that you'll see right on the top of your screen there.
Yeah.
And we noticed there is no Australian flag, so someone slipped up.
Oh, they've slipped up.
Tell ya.
We usually have Australians at the meet, but they maybe didn't have an Australian team over, so as you say, Paul, they've maybe not identified that there is one swimmer from Australia. Kermuir going very nicely with that the Southeast Summer meet, and she's about 3 or 4 metres clear at this early stage.
Two from Plymouth College leading the way, 17-year-old ahead of the 15-year-old at this stage. We'll see how this one progresses.
3:27. So pacing about 71 seconds.
We'll be coming up to the halfway stage when they get to the bottom end.
So no real change in that order at the moment. All these swimmers keeping a pretty steady pace that they're doing.
Yeah, just pacing on around about that 35-second mark, so looking pretty comfortable there. The swimmer at the head of the field. Just going to check the gap, Robert. See if it is extending, but just very, very slightly. There's not much in it at all, is there?
You'll see the splits, as Paul mentioned on your caption, when they come down. 35.75. I think this will be probably about 36, 36.415 and 36. So our leader takes about half a second out of every 50. Our second swimmer taking about the same between her and Lucy. So that gap between first and second and third just extending as the race develops.
Yeah, we'll just keep an eye on the splits. And there's the lap cards there, Robert, we were talking about earlier. 35.6, she's pretty consistent there.
Yeah.
36 low and 35 mid. It's kind of the times that we've been looking at for all these swimmers. But yeah, let's see. Still clear in second place, but Willow Kermuir is now stretching away. It's well into the second half of this one. Entry time 9:18.50. And she's going about, what, 1:11 or so. She's got 300 left. So you are probably looking at what, about the 9:20 mark or so?
Well, yeah, it's 5:50 at 500. Yeah, I'm round about that mark, Paul. It's not going to be a million miles away, which it's going to be pretty respectable, because I did say something, 9:30, 9:35 perhaps would be there or thereabouts. So a bit faster than that is a pretty decent swim. Getting a wee bit more interesting, Lucy Hall just picking up a little bit. Has closed that just a wee bit. It looks pretty comfortable now for our leader. Ever so strong down towards 600.
Still
Well,
keeping
another,
that pace going.
another 70, couple of 71s will bring us in around about 9:22, 9:24 or thereabouts. You expect her just to kick on now since we're into the final 200. But we have a race on for second place here. Lucy Hall is just trying to close that wee bit.
Yeah, it's not not quite clear water between the two chasing as there was before, but Willow Kermuir is swimming this pretty well, pretty consistent there. 35.5 seconds, 7:36 for her. Lexi Mulcahy still clearing second, but Lucy Hall, I would say, just closing very slightly, and yeah, we could be on for hopefully under the 9:20 mark. She's just able to up the pace on this last 100. She will take the bell, which is quite often a little bit of a spur for the swimmers in these distance events. Let's see if she can respond to this bell and give us a good fast last 100. Going to the legs there, and well, she's got a chance of getting close to that 9:20.
Yeah. Well, Lucy Hall's got a wee bit still to make up if she wants to get second. I think we're going to be pretty close to a 9:20.5 here. And there's still all to play for second place.
So Willow Kermuir there, she's in the 34-second mark, so she's got to do, well, 33 if she's going to get under.
33.3, yeah. Well, she might actually just about get there.
She's got a little bit left in the tank here. She comes into the last half. Oh, but this 50 metres is a good battle for second now. Lucy Hall closing all the time here.
Yeah. Certainly Lucy Hall might just start second. Let's see if this is going to be just under 9:20, is it?
Oh,
no, 9:20.11.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Look at Lucy Hall here.
And Lucy Hall didn't want to have wanted to make sure that she wasn't finishing in third place. Again, no, pretty respectable times, 9:31, 9:32 for Lucy and Lexi. Given that they're in round about the 9:20 mark. Well, Lucy Hall 9:24, Lexi 9:18, so they're thereabouts.
So a nice finish there from Willow Kermuir, not too far away from her entry time at all. And Lucy Hall, that fast finish, the Slovenian swimmer, local swimmer here to Edinburgh. And we have a full heat of 8 swimmers in this one. Lucy Hunter from Hamilton goes closest to us in lane number 1. Olivia Sheehan from Birmingham University goes in lane number 2. Katie Utterson, off to a good start from Newcastle, going in lane number 3. Millie Threlfall from City of Leeds goes in lane number 4. Amber Hinton from Dumfries in lane number 5. Simona Kristofica from one of the Slovakian swimmers, she goes in lane number 6. Leo Fraser from Mount Kelly in 7, and Ella Took from University of Stirling goes in the outside lane in lane number 8. Off to a decent start here. Closest to us, Lucy Hunter from Hamilton, also in the centre of the pool. Amber Hinton going well in lane number 5. So Amber Hinton, still just 16 years of age. Amber Hinton and Simona Kristofikova are the two 16-year-olds in this one. And Amber Hinton, still a young swimmer, Robert, but she's had some success in the age groups in the past, hasn't she?
Yeah, she's a very, very accomplished swimmer. I'm sure she's the British age group champion at 1500 metres pole. Now able to probably hold her own, just about hold her own on the hundreds and 200s. Much stronger over the longer distance, but as she's got older in the last year or two, just being able to mix it with what you'd classify as the sprinters on the hundreds, the 50s and 200s. Pretty good all-rounder as well.
Well, our entry time is just in the 9:08 seconds, so we'll keep an eye on these ones. She's in the low 35 mark, so she's at the moment she's pacing around about half a second quicker on every 50 than we saw in the previous heat. And Amber Hinton has Katie Otterson for company. Katie Otterson in lane number 3, Newcastle swimmer. We saw her have a couple of swims yesterday. I think she was in the final session as well, Katie Otterson.
Yeah, good to see these swimmers from the northeast coming up. We mention it every time. Delighted to see Newcastle, Morpeth, Derwentsside and Gateshead, Brother Stockton, Alnwick. All these clubs come up repeatedly. They enjoy it a wee bit more, I think, than going down to Sheffield, Paul. It's also sometimes easier to get up to Edinburgh. But we're ever so grateful that they come up and add to the competitive edge.
A nice easy drive for them. I remember driving down to Sheffield once, and you get the signs and it says, "Oh, you're now entering Yorkshire," and you think, "Oh, I'm nearly there," and then about 3 hours later you're still not arrived in Sheffield.
Yeah, of course it's South Yorkshire.
South Yorkshire, yeah. Think, oh my goodness, when am I ever going to arrive? So Amber Hinton still there, Katie Orison still there as well, coming through in the middle, making a little bit of a comeback. City of Leeds, another Yorkshire swimmer, is in lane number 4. So Thrillfall right in the mix here. Everybody's right in the mix. That's a good competitive
really
800, isn't it?
Interesting race, yeah. We're probably looking at something finish time in around the 9:16, 9:18 time, Paul, at the moment. Might even get a wee bit faster. We're coming down to halfway mark.
Look at that, row of 5 swimmers all in the mix here.
Yeah. Amber Hinton though, still just hanging in there. Still looks pretty good, pretty relaxed. But there's, as you say, there's 5 that are separated by less than a second. Lucy Hunter at Hamilton Bathscap. She's very surprised that Lucy is hanging in here, and good to see the Hamilton swimmer with this quality of field, and she doesn't want to be dropped as we get to the business end now, the second half. You take Amber's time, which was around about the 4:17 time, double that, and add a wee bit on, and you're not a million miles away.
We'll just check the splits of these swimmers as they come down to this 500 mark. So we'll see who is. Millie Thrillfall was the fastest when they came down to this point last time. Amber Hinton might have just stretched it a little bit. Yeah, 35.1. Millie Thrillfall still slightly faster. Katie Otterson and Olivia Sheehan and Lucy Hunter in those mid 35 range. But there's not really much movement here in the field. It's just the beginning just to drop Lucy Hunter, possibly closest to us.
Yeah, just the pace, just finding it a wee bit tough, Lucy, and also in lane 2, perhaps just dropping back a wee bit as well as Olivia. So about half a second, as you say, Millie Thrillfall and Katie Otterson now just beginning to wind it up here, Paul. Amber Hinton, she doesn't seem to be panicking at all. This is very steady, very constant here.
Yeah, Katie Alderson's probably got the highest stroke rate of those leading three. And Amber Hinton looks pretty relaxed still, but Katie Alderson's going to take up the running here. Look at that, 35.1 for her. So she took around about almost half a second away from the other two around her. And 6:58, just under that 7-minute mark. And still all to play for here. Still three swimmers very much in the mix. Lucy Hunter and Olivia Sheehan just beginning to drop off the pace there. But at the front of the field, Katie Alderson, I think she's maybe trying to make a move here, Robert.
Yeah, it looks that way. 3 lengths to go. And Amber Hinton, questions getting asked now. She's half a second on that last 58. She's got almost a second to make up. There's 3 swimmers that are really in the mix here. You just wonder if lane 4 coming through very strongly, Millie Thelfall, lead swimmer, is just saving herself for a late charge.
Well, about a second to make up.
Yeah, Amber Hinton's lost about another half a second there. As I say, Amber won't be in geared to do a really fast swim. She'll be concentrating on the age groups in a few weeks' time. But Katie is looking strong now, Paul.
Yeah, Alderson made that move with around about 200 or so to go, and she's looking good, 34.3, and she's taken another half second away from the chasing two closest to us, having their own private battle as well. Lucy Hunter and Olivia Sheehan, they're not too far away as well, but Katie Alderson looks like she might have this one, and leaving the others to fight it out for second. But a well-paced swim here from Katie Alderson is going to take her into first position in this one, and she's going to win it by a second or so ahead of Amber Hinton. I think will get into second ahead of Millie Thelfall. But Katie Alderson swam that well, 9:16.01. She won it by a second and a half in the end from Amber Hinton. Millie Thelfall, Lucy Hunter came through, finished well for fourth, just ahead of Olivia Sheehan.
Well, I did say 9:16, 9:18 range, and 3 of them were in that mix. So great racing, girls, Katie, Amber and Millie, and well done to Lucy and Olivia. They weren't all that far behind, they're all so pretty close to their entry times. I would say the vast majority were only a little bit over those entry times. So good swimming, girls.
So we had the distance events. Of course, that's the one and only chance that these swimmers will get to swim the 800s. The fastest heat of the 800 will be in the finals session tonight. And now we move to the other end of the pool, Robert. 50 metres backstroke. This is going to be fast.
6 heats ahead of us. So Callum Peebles, Edinburgh University in 1. Maxim Shamlilla from Harton Midlothian 2. Cameron Jameson, Loughborough University 3. Toby Hill, City Manchester 4. Charlie Phillips, Millfield College 5. Sam Adams, Hackney in 6. And Ewan Pedersen, Millfield College 7. On the live stream we get a half a chance sometimes to give you the names and the clubs. On the venue, it's no chance. It's fast and furious. A very strong start over in 7 by Peterson, the Millfield College swimmer. Looks at the moment as though he has this one under control. They're coming back at him though, but it's Pedersen who's got this one. Has it just from lane 3. Alan Jemison, 27.07, 27.22, and third place Toby Hill, 27.36.
Well, nice win from the outside lane there. We probably shouldn't be too surprised. It's the entry times We're only separated by
that's right.
0.2 of a second, so maybe not too much of a surprise to see the outside lanes do something. Second heat coming up now. Henry Taylor from Team England in 1, Road Sheriff Wickham in 2, Jack Simpson, University of Stirling in 3, Xander Tovey from Millfield in 4, Gavin Chinkoshuk from Canada in 5, Harry Cook, Aberdeen Dolphin in 6, Oliver Parry, Team England in 7, and Evan Davis from City of Cardiff. In fact, no one in lane number 8, but we do have 7 swimmers taking the start. Good start there from Harry Cook from Aberdeen Dolphin. He had a good swim yesterday, Harry Cook there, and just on the top of those yellow marked lanes, but the centre lanes beginning to come back now into the middle. Harry Cook might hold on though.
He's going to get this.
Oh, Shinkelcook does take it. It's a tie. Look at that. 27.03 between the two. They came in absolutely together. They could not be split on the electronic timing, and they will share the top spot in that heat. 27.03. Oliver Parry in 3rd place, just a couple of tenths behind.
Yeah, I think that will give Gavin another swim, at least in the junior final. Not too many juniors to follow in the next 4 heats. So, said it earlier on, the Canadians know how to finish. Andrew Brodie, Edinburgh University 1, Joe Jennings, Team England 2, Jacob Brown, Loughborough University 3, Oliver Davis Tootle, Team England 4, Jack Knight, City Cardiff 5, Jack Franzi from University of Stirling 6, Jamie Gray, Bath University 7, and David O'Loughlin from University College Dublin. And is the Irishman, David O'Loughlin, over on the far side, who just has that slight advantage. It's pretty tight coming into the final few metres. It's going to be lane 4, it takes it 4.58. Oliver Davis Tootle, 26.80, did take that. 2nd place, Jack Knight, 26.85, and our early leader, 26.98, David O'Loughlin.
David O'Loughlin was out like a rocket there. Start, fantastic start from the man from University College Dublin there.
Yeah, just got swallowed up at the death there.
Now we're into the cycle-seeded heats now, so some of the main contenders here will take part in the centre lanes here. We don't have Yakovidis in lane number 1. We have Toby Nakamura and Drew into Rio Dedo, Mount Kelly in 3, Cam Brooker and Matthew Ward side by side in 4 and 5, the Bath Performance Centre swimmers. Zachariah Dale from Team England in 6, Connor Cherrington, Edinburgh University in 7, and Lucas Brown from University of Stirling in lane number 8. As I said, 2 of the main contenders here for the title here in Edinburgh are Cam Brooker and Matthew Ward. They go in 4 and 5. They're absolutely stroke for stroke. The 2 teammates at Bath University. Who's going to get the touch? In together. Ward does get it by 5/100ths of a second from Cam Brooker, and those 2 times should be good enough for them to claim a place in that final. But 2 heats to come. But 3 swimmers in the 20 under the 26-second mark, Robert.
Yep. Second seeded heat. Heat 5, Benjamin Hatfield, Loughborough University 1, Harry Turner, Swansea University 2, Dean Fern, University of Stirling 3, 4, Mantis Casapidis, Mount Kelly College, 5 is Maddox Roberts, Loughborough University, 6, Harry Robinson, Isle of Man, 7, Christian Gale, Loughborough University, and teammate Ethan Sopit-Moss in 8. Casapidis 23.80, over half a second on paper faster than the Lithuanian. And out very strongly indeed there, Paul. In 5, Roberts trying to stick with him. And Casapidis looks as though he's going to take this one. And well clear. Oh, that's a super swim. 25.40. Roberts 26.10 and Dean Fern 26.23. Will that get Dean Fern into the super final?
6th place, I think, at the moment, possibly.
There's still another one to go. I don't think Dean is probably scraped in.
That's the fastest we've seen so far from Kouspidis. Just 1/100th faster than the previous heat. There's the lineup for the next heat. Archie Evans, Bath University, Jamie Ferguson, Scott Gibson, Scottish record holder from Edinburgh University in 3. We have Oliver Morgan, who had a great swim yesterday, Birmingham University. He goes in lane number 4. Jack Skerry, Bath Performance in 5. Finn Brookhoven, Loughborough University. Logan van der Meulen from Phoenix Aqua, and Zach Speakman from University of Stirling. Well, Ollie Morgan is the meet record holder here actually at the Edinburgh International in 24.83. He's one of, again, someone who has really come through the ranks in recent years. He's been to the Olympic Games, World Championships, a real star of the GB team. Ollie Morgan in lane number 4, and he's looking very, very good here. He's going to take this one comfortably. Ollie Morgan into the wall, 25.09. Well done to Ollie Morgan. And he wins that one comfortably. Jack Skerry in second will be in the final. Scott Gibson as well, and Jamie Ferguson. A few swimmers there under the 26-second mark.
Jamie might just have scraped in 8th place here. No, actually 7th. Yeah, so 26 misses out.
And there's the next swimmers. Just want to clear something up, Robert, because on the live stream last night, I was talking with Stephen Tigg, the performance director, about Ollie Morgan. And Ollie Morgan's dad came up to us this morning. Said he's not from Birmingham, he's not from Manchester, he's from Bishop's Castle in Shropshire. So a shout out to the fans listening in from Bishop's Castle in Shropshire. And on behalf of myself and Stephen Tigg, we apologise for calling him a Mancunian last night.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's quite near the Welsh border anyway.
It's quite near, yeah.
But Shropshire.
Let's just clear that up. Let's say any debate his dad said to give him a mention, but wherever he's from, he's an absolute star, Ollie Morgan. We watch out for him coming in the summer. Hopefully he'll make it to his first Commonwealth Games come the trials in London in a month's time, but he'll have the matter of the final tonight to contend with, and let's see how fast he can go tonight.
Yeah, I fancy he'll take that meet record this evening. Well, it's the girls' turn. Elizabeth Cuffley, Isle of Man 2, Melissa Turnbull, University of Stirling 3, Evan Hallisey, Newcastle Swim Team 4, Tallulah Paisley, Birmingham University 5, and Jessica Gable, Cromwell, Tunbridge Wells, and Monsoon in 6. Well, pretty close over on that far side. Maybe lane 4 coming through. Evelyn Hallisey from Newcastle, just to take it from lane 6 and lane 2. Evelyn takes that at 30.25. .30.72 and 30.88 for second and third place.
Yeah, clear win there. And second heat.
I wonder if we'll maybe get a swim off. There were 2 16th equals in that previous backstroke.
I missed that one. Well spotted, Robert.
Well, yeah. So I would think we have that to look forward to, Paul, unless they toss the coin and decide they're not doing it. But I'm sure we'll have a swim off.
Yeah, a 50 back. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you have a 50 back again? Jessica Hum, Zara Kravich, Georgia Holgate, Kelly Choi, Connie Palmer, Abigail McInerney, Jessica Huggins and Ranumi Ishwaraj. Kelly Choi has been on good form, the Canadian. The 16-year-old, 29.83 was the entry time. And she was I think she was a junior record breaker yesterday, Kelly Choi.
Yeah, she had a good day yesterday.
And here she comes into the wall, and the 2 Canadians I think are going to be 1 and 2. Kelly Choi just on the 30-second mark, and it was Swaraj, but another tie there with Jessica Hum, so equal second there, 30.64. Is that swim off territory again? No, 4 more heats to come, I suppose. 4 more heats to come, so we might not be quite there yet.
You're wishing for another swim off ball, aren't you? We had one yesterday, a 200 breaststroke. Very unusual to get it in a 200. But, yeah, we had that to look forward to at the end of the session. I don't know if the two guys were looking forward to it, but yeah. Sadie Roberts in 1, Megan Higgs 2, Laura Ann Marshman 3, Maddie Wood 4, Lena Harrod 5, Amy Shields 6, Annabelle Smith 7, and Gabrielle Freeman. Well, very strong start. Annabelle Smith, Bath University, that lead camp over in 7. Looks as though she's got this under control, Paul. Looks good in the final 15 metres. Are anybody going to get close to it? I think she's got this one. Very tight for second. Lanes 5 and 4 will take second and third. Yeah, Harrod and Mary Wood. 29.6. Well, that was a wee bit faster her entry time. I think that's the first one that's gone under her entry time. A swimmer from Bath University.
Great reaction that was there. 0.57 of a reaction, and
wow,
you saw that in the start. Well, she had a clear advantage there. And we're into the Cycle Series heats already. We've got some of the fastest swimmers here in the centre lane. Flavia Camsell goes in 1 from Mount Kelly. Hallie Harris from Poole in 2. Niamh Ward, Bath University in 3. Annabelle Compton from Wickham in 4. Sophie Weston, Bath University in 5. Sarah Broadbelt, the Cayman Island swimmer from Mount Kelly, goes in 6. Yasmin Hammerlane, Edinburgh University in 7. And Heidi Wren, City of Glasgow in lane number 8. So Compton and Weston will be 2 of the favourites, hoping to make that final. They're not having it all their own way at all here. And Niamh Ward going well in lane number 3 and might just get this one. It is Niamh Ward, 29.27. Weston in 2nd and Hallie Harris in 3rd. And well, great swim from Niamh Ward there to get into the low 29 second mark. So 29.27, the fastest we have seen so far.
Yeah, you can see how slow. Virtually all the swimmers, apart from the top 2, over 30 seconds, and everybody in that heat was sub sort of 29 and a third. Mary Harris in 1, Lexi Mulhay 2, Sophie Knocker 3, Blythe Kinsman 4, Caitlin Ebbage 5, Melissa Mainwaring 6, Lottie Cullen 7, and Maya Collier in lane number 8. So 27.79 to 29.20. Well, probably something around a low 29s we might get these ladies into a final. And lanes 4 and 7 going well at the moment. It's Blythe Kinsman from the Manchester Performance Centre who has got this well under control now. Pulling away. She will finish clear by some margin. Lane 7 and 5 will finish second. Well, Mary Harris actually got up just to take second. 29.12 and I think it was 29.28 in 3rd place. Lottie Colin, Blythe Kinsman 28.11.
Yeah, really good from the World Junior medalist there, Blythe Kinsman. So excellent time there from the 19-year-old from Manchester Performance, and her teammate from Manchester Performance, Lauren Cox, goes in this one. Lauren Cox, a British record holder in this event. Sophie de Groot, Isabel Liptrot, Rebecca Sutton, Lauren Cox, Madison Krieger, Ella Justice, Mary Ranvalley and Emma Scobie. Mary Ranvalley set the junior record yesterday in the 100, only for it to be beaten by Madison Krieger in the next heat. So the 2 record breakers from yesterday in 5 and 7, 2 junior swimmers, but Lauren Cox swam a great 100 final last night, and this is the event that she made her name in, really, the 50 metres backstroke, and going really well. Lauren Cox in 4, Madison Krieger right there as well in lane number 5, but the power of Cox now comes through very strongly at the end. Look at that, 27.86, very close to the meet record for Lauren Cox, and she'll be the fastest into that final. We'll just check the time of Madison Krieger, 28.78, very close again to that junior record.
Yeah, 1100s and 1300s for both of them, just outside those records. Well, there you are, 29.36. A lot of swimmers sub 30, but
yeah, you were right, Robert. Low 29s to get you into that super final tonight. Of course, as we go down, some juniors obviously will be making it into that super final, so that'll free up some spaces for the juniors further down the field.
Yeah, a little bit further down the field. There were some equals in, like, the 29th place, so you never know if they're both juniors. They might have to have a swimmer for some of those places. We'll wait and see. We know that we're likely to have one. We can confirm that later. So we move back to the other end of the pool. That's out of all the 50s done for the moment. We have some more 50s to finish. Some freestyle for the guys and breaststroke for the ladies. 100 breaststroke. 4 going this one. Conor Mitchell, Edinburgh University in 3, teammate Ben Cummings in 4, Freddie Carter Wickham in 5, and Nicholas Land from the Newcastle swim team in 6. Well, we're separated by 0.1 of a second. 104.82, 104.80 and 2 on 104.90. And we're almost 4 in the line, Paul, at the halfway mark.
Yeah, good contest this one for these first swimmers. Again, just said Robert, entry times not much to choose between any of them, so let's hope for some improvements on those entry times as we go through the heats. 6 heats, of course, in this one, and it looks like Conor Mitchell from Edinburgh University has taken this one in that inside lane. Nicholas Land also going well from Newcastle on the far side, but it's the two bookends are going to come in together. Conor Mitchell will just get it in 105.75, just good enough to get in ahead of Nicholas Land. Freddie Carter in 3rd and Benjamin Cummings in 4th position. So good swim from the two outside lane swimmers there. And Conor Mitchell sets the standard at 105.75 for the heats to come. Here is the next set, the next heat number 2. We've got 8 swimmers in this one. I can see they're all taking the start. Royce Kringellis, City of Glasgow in 1. Frederick Beasley from Team England in 2. William Irvin, Mount Kelly in 3. Regan Gallagher, Birmingham University in 4. Leon Taylor from City of Brighton and Hove in 5. Toby Mackay, champion, I think was involved in that swim off yesterday for the 200. Ronnie Hallett in 7 for Plymouth College, and Lachlan Small from Mount Kelly in the outside lane. Got off to a good start, swimmer in lane number 8. Leon Taylor also going well in lane number 5. Again, the entry times for all the swimmers only separated by 0.3 of a second, so it's going to be a tight contest, Robert, but Leon Taylor has the advantage at the halfway point, only by 4 100ths.
Well, Toby Mackay, champion, a wee bit further back in lane 6. He did win that swim off, which actually made him first reserve, and he had the swim because somebody pulled out last night. But, this is looking good in lane 5, finishing strong in lane 3 to maybe just get second. Well, that was tight to the death. 105.51. Leon Taylor just hanging on, and William Irvin 105.67. Lachlan Small, 2 lads from Mount Kelly College, finishing 2nd and 3rd. Again, all the times a wee bit slower than their entry, which is what we've been expecting from most of the swims this morning. James Steadman, Team England in 1. Wilfred Leigh, Millfield School in 2. Andrew Arthur, University of Aberdeen Performance 3, Josh Isaac 3, City of Peterborough 4, Noel Wheeler, Wickham in 5, William Riley, City Cardiff in 6, Ben Seskin from Canada in 7, and Rhys Dodds, Team England in 8. So expect our Canadian lad over in lane number 7 to finish pretty strongly. He's still got a lot to do on the near side. Jamie Steadman 30.17, that's almost half a second faster again. Opposite side of the pool as well. Lanes 8, 7 and 6 almost in a line. On the near side it's still Steadman, the Team England swimmer, going extremely well here, Paul. I think he's snatched this one. Gone out extremely strongly indeed. Seston might get second. 103.15, great swim from him. Nice PB. Seston almost second slower than his entry time, 104.85, and Riley 104.87. That was tight for second and third.
Yeah, really good at the front, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Jamie Steadman, brilliant from the outside lane.
Yeah.
We're into the cycle seeded heats now, and in the centre lane, Archie Goodburn from Edinburgh University. Entry time under the 1 minute mark for him. The full lineup: Jacob Arman, Swansea University, Luke Ibbison from Loughborough University, Charlie Joe Hallett, Plymouth College, Archie Goodburn, Edinburgh Uni off to a good start there in lane 4. Rory Dixon goes in at lane number 5. We saw him in the 200 breast yesterday. Joshua Mitchell in 6 from Edinburgh University. Lewis Fraser, Swansea University in 7. Edward Robinson from Team England in lane number 8. But Archie Goodburn off to a great start there, 28.29. Fraser in second, and Goodburn, Bucks champion, 4th place in the British Championships last year. We'll be building towards those British Championships and Commonwealth Games trials for the Scotland team in a month's time, and looking very good at this stage. Archie Goodburn, he's been chased by Rory Dixon and also going well Lewis Fraser, but Goodburn is going to be right into the wall there in 101.10. Well done to Archie Goodburn. And Rory Dixon in second, just getting that touch by 6/100ths of a second for second place, and that might be vital.
Yeah,
Goodburn, you would think, could be safely into that final.
Certainly, and I think Rory Dixon probably will get in as well. Nice to see a nice competent swim from Archie this morning. You see, Paul, they'll be looking forward to the Common Games in a few months' time. No swimmer in lane 2, so we've only got 7 in this one. Maxwell Anderson, City Cardiff 1. Alfred Dobson, University of Stirling 3. Philip Navaki, Millfield College in 4. Millfield. And in 5, Max Morgan, Reed School. 6, Alexander Casey, Loughborough University. 7, Demetrius Tagalakis from SK Roy. And 8, Olivia Verdern from University of Stirling. Navaki pretty well, but Max Morgan from Reed School virtually sticking with him. He's going extremely well down this final stretch. Navaki probably just getting fractionally ahead, but it's time between the two. Great race in the heat here. Morgan really pushing on. Navaki's got work to do to take this one, and he just takes that. And a 1:00.73, 1:00.93. That is now a new junior record for Max Morgan. That's a junior record for Max Morgan.
Well done. I mean, these two, Philip Navaki and Max Morgan, they've had some great tussles over the 100 breaststroke in the last year or so, and they've continued it there Now, final heat. Heat number 6 of this 100 metres breaststroke. Adam Peaty making his return to long course competition. First time, we think, since Paris Olympic Games. Adam Peaty building towards those Commonwealth Games in the summer. What a record he has had over the last decade or so. The lineup for this one: Doug Settin, Birmingham University; Adam Bradley, Swim Ireland; Finn Kemp, Loughborough; Adam Peaty from Repton; Greg Butler from Loughborough PC, had a good 200 yesterday; Joshua Ingalls from Swansea University; Christian Ryan from Bath University; and Joshua Press from the University of Stirling. But out ahead, well, we're accustomed to seeing Adam Peaty swim sensationally, and it's a good first 50 for Adam Peaty. Well, Olympic champion twice over, world record holder Adam Peaty is right there at the front of the field. Butler giving chase, and also going well down here in lane number 2 is Adam Bradley from Swim Ireland. But Peaty on his return is now being pressed by Butler in the closing stages of this one, but Peaty is going to come home in front, and he will get in 1:82. So he will be in second position, I think, just behind Novaki going into that final, and just ahead of Morgan. But Adam Peaty back in the water safely into that top 8. Butler will be there as well. I think Bradley will be there as well.
Yeah, Adam Bradley putting his thumbs up to the team. I think he's really chuffed with what he did there. He's 6th. Rory Dixon scraping in 7th.
And it's going to be a tight contest there.
Yeah, this is going to be some race. Archie Goodburn, I think, was 4th fastest. So, yeah.
Peaty looked good there in the first 50 there. Maybe just ease back slightly. Butler, the 200 silver medalist last night, was coming back in the closing stages there, but Peaty did enough to take that one, and he'll be up against the 2 youngsters in that final tonight, Novaki and Max Morgan on either side. And as you said, Robert, don't discount Archie Goodburn as well, the local swimmer.
Yeah, Archie doing enough, wasn't really pushed, so Archie will have a wee bit left in the tank as well. So it's a cracking final to look forward to this evening.
And great to see Adam Peaty back in the water again, and right there on good form, isn't he, on that heat?
And it doesn't matter whether it's a heat or a final. Adam Peaty, you know what you're going to get. He goes out and belts it regardless. It's
well done to him. One to watch for tonight. That is going to be a cracker tonight.
Butterfly ahead now. Lucy Turner, Loughborough University in 1. Georgia Holgate, Team England, goes in 2. Shima Taghavi, Canadian, in 3. Faith Yuda, Edinburgh University, in 4. Teammate Chloe Harris, 5. Jasmine Carter, Mount Kelly College, in 6. Kiana Kurtzer, Warner Bass Club, 7. And Lacey Roberts, Team England, in 8. Now strongly out in 5. Chloe Harris, 29.59. Georgia Holgate and Faith Yuda close behind. All pretty close in those 2 middle lanes. And hardly anything to choose between Faith Yuda and Chloe Harris. Chloe Harris right under pressure now. There's nothing between the two, but she pulls out just that wee bit extra. She's going to take this 1:03.08. Faith Yuda takes second.
2 from Edinburgh University. They're 1 and 2. They were entered on exactly the same time, but bragging rights will go to Chloe Harris this time, just getting in ahead of her teammate.
Equal third, the Canadian Tagavi, along with Kiana Kurtzer.
There's a lineup for Heat 2 of the 5 heats. Emily Maxwell from Derwentside and Gateshead. Josephine Klein from University of Stirling. Sarah Broadbelt from Mount Kelly, back in the water again, the Cayman Islands swimmer. Sophie King, Edinburgh University in 4, Matilda Potter, City of Leeds in 5, Poppy Babbitt from Birmingham Uni in 6, Jessica Huggins from Team England in lane 7, and Madeline Hind from Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson over there in lane number 8. And off to a good start, the RTW Monson swimmer. Who is going to have the edge as they come into this turn? Is it going to be lane 8? Not quite. It's Matilda Potter, 29.11 for Matilda from City of Leeds, that familiar yellow cap of the City of Leeds team. And she had a good turn there, Matilda Potter, taking a little bit clear of the others in this field. Josephine Klein going well in lane number 2, Sierra Broadbelt from Mount Kelly also in lane number 3, just coming through strongly. I think it is going to be the yellow cap though that's going to lead them home. Matilda Potter in a decent time there, 101.92 for Matilda, 18-year-old, and you would think that would be good enough possibly for another swim here. I mean, there's a number of heats to come, of course, Robert, but 101.92, and she's a junior swimmer, so she's got a good chance of another swim tonight.
Indeed. Certainly I'd expected maybe a B final if still got the seeded heats to come. In 1, Marriott Ann Valley from Mount Kelly College, 2, Imuni Iravash from Canada. 3 is Morgan Brophy, Edinburgh University, teammate Ciara Slosson in 4, Olivia Camzo from Mount Kelly College, 5, 6 Taryn Weatherhead, Canadian, 7 Ella Thorberg, Bath University, and Zarina Vrebach, Mount Kelly College in 8. Ciara Slosson and Flavia Camzo both under the minute mark, and Slosson out strongly. She swam really well yesterday, finished second in that 200 butterfly behind Kiana. And, maybe just easing back a wee bit here, Paul, doing enough. She's already got the lead, probably just making sure she's going to take this one, just picking up again in the final 15 metres. Give her a pole position in the centre lanes for this evening. 59.09, and that looks pretty comfortable. Camzo 101.15 in second, and third place just under 101, 100.78. Weatherhead, the young Canadian, that might be good enough to possibly just scrape into the A final. We'll wait and see.
Yeah, 100 for a couple of swimmers there.
Yeah, it's
Ciara Slosson looked good though. It looked just put on a little bit of pace in the last 10 metres or so to see herself clear. So good controlled swim from Ciara Slosson, and a decent time as well, 59.09. And penultimate heat to come in this one, heat number 4. Ciara Morris and Catherine Roberts, Swansea University swimmers in 1 and 2. Sky Carter goes in lane number 3. Good start there, good reaction time from the Mount Kelly swimmer, Sky Carter. Kiana McInnes had a great 200 butterfly yesterday to take the title here. She will be the favourite to take this one as well. Slovakian swimmer Tamara Poltoka in lane number 5, also going well in the early stages. Holly Hibbett from Repton in 6, Seren Talentire in 7 from Morpeth, and Abigail McInerney from Inverclyde completes the lineup in lane number 8. But Kiana McInnes, well, again, British champion in this 100 metres butterfly. What a fantastic record that she has over the years. Olympic Games representative, Commonwealth Games representative for Scotland, hoping to make it to another Commonwealth Games. 59.07 is just 2 100s faster than Ciara Slosson in that previous heat. And Tamara Patoka also in the 59 second range, and that'll be good enough, you would think, for a place in that top 8. Holly Hibbett certainly giving herself another chance of a swim with 101.76.
Yeah, that puts her 6th. Taryn Weatherhead, the young Canadian, from that previous heat. 5th fastest, so she'll be sweating here. Nobody goes faster. Well, no more than 3 go faster than her. Yeah. Emma Olsen, Tabby Sim in 1. Shola Robinson, Loughborough University in 2. Emma Halsfist, Tabby Sim in 3. Lucy Grieve, University of Stirling 4. Emily Richards, Manchester Performance Centre in 5. Edith Price, Mount Kelly College 6. Candice Hall, City Sheffield 7. And Maxine Clark from Canada going very nicely in that outside lane in 8. 2 middle lanes though. Grieve and Richards 1 and 2 with Halfist and Clark a little bit further back. 28-16, well, a wee bit slower than the first 2 heats. So Weatherhead will be looking pretty good to get the final, I think, on a 1:00.78 as the leading 2 come down, and I think they'll be comfortably in. Lucy Grieve, Emily Richards 59.49, 1:00.07, and Emily Hagfist misses out. No, I think she's actually 8th on the 1:11. Holly Hibbett, I think, misses out. 59.49. We'll confirm that in a wee minute when they run through all the places. Here we are. Halfist indeed is our 8th finalist. Holly Hibbett just missing out.
And main contenders, you would think all through safely. This butterfly events for the women are really strong, really competitive, aren't they? We saw that in the 200 last night. Kiana McInnes really stepping up to take that one ahead of Ciara Slauson, and throw in Emily Richards and Lucy Grieve into the mix, and we're on for another cracking final tonight.
Yeah. Well, a wee bit further down the field, I think equal 33, there were 2 juniors. So you never know.
33rd. Goodness.
If we've got to have a swimmer for those juniors.
So we're up the distance now for the 200 metres butterfly. We're on to the male and open events. I think we have all 8 swimmers in this one. Scott Fleming in lane number 1 from University of Stirling. Rio Brinchman goes for Loughborough University in 2. Jacob Goodman for Atlantis in 3. Lucas Peters, Loughborough University in 4. Dion Edwards, Swansea Uni in 5. Samuel Sutcliffe from Ramsbottom in 6. Ryan Hardy, Mount Kelly in 7. And Oscar Bellinger from Plymouth College goes in lane number 8. Ryan Hardy off to a swift start there. 27.45 for Ryan Hardy from Mount Kelly. So swam well, Ryan Hardy in the short course, making the final in that pretty short course. The short course conversion time, I think, is his entry time into this one, so see if he can convert that into this long course time. Ryan Hardy still going well, 59.40 at the halfway point. Jacob Goodman is right there alongside him as well, but another good turn there from Ryan Hardy has taken him a little bit clear here. Also going well, said, in lane number 3 is Jacob Goodman. Now starting to come back in lane number 5 is Dion Edwards as well. So they're all closing up on the early leader, but I think it might still be Ryan Hardy who just leads them there. Scott Fleming coming back in the other end of the pool, and Scott Fleming might be the man with a little bit of momentum here. Can he hold on? 4 swimmers right across the pool are in contention for taking this one, as Ryan Hardy got enough to hold on right to the end. He's led very much from the start, Ryan Hardy, over there in lane number 7, the Mount Kelly swimmer. Is he going to have enough to hold on? I'm not sure he will, as Dion Edwards comes through in lane 5 and just takes it on the very last stroke, but Dion Edwards in 2:05.96. Good swim from Ryan Hardy. He finishes on 2:06.23. And I think he led for around about 198 metres there, Robert.
Yeah, that was some swim to snatch it to the death. That's what you want to do, nail it right
That's it.
in the final metre.
Doesn't matter if you're, as long as you're ahead after 200, that's the only thing that matters, doesn't it?
Daniel Ransom, City leads 1, Benjamin Beale, Derwentsside and Gateshead 2, Harrison Homans, Loughborough University in 3, Luke Greenbank, Loughborough Performance Centre 4, Anton Semenuk from Canada in 5, Thomas Sampson, Wickham District 6, Rhys Edwards, Swansea University 7, and Roman Parham, University of Stirling over an 8. Lane 6 perhaps. It's actually Rhys Edwards, 27.23 from Samson, 27.34. Oh, just over on the far side, these two at the moment of the race. They're all pretty tight at the moment. Coming through in lane 5 is the Canadian lad, Anton Semenuk. He's gone third, but it's still Samson and Edwards, 58, 29 and 39 respectively. But all tightening up now. Interesting development here. Canadian lad is now getting to work, and in the second half of the race he's just pulled into the lead. Greenbank though using his experience to come through in the late challenge, but the Canadian hits the front. 1:30.04. Expect him to finish extremely strongly, and you'd think that he's going to be nailing it to get into the super final. Looking extremely strong, Paul, down the final stretch. He's going further and further away. A really super swim from Anton.
He was good yesterday, wasn't he?
Yeah. Greenbank will be second, and that is a 2:01.01, and that by 100th of a second is a new junior record.
Great stuff from the
Fabulous.
Canadian. Well done.
And he
to
didn't.
Anton Semenuk. Luke Greenbank in second, but great swim from the Canadian, and that record, Jacob Peters.
Sorry, Jacob.
By 1/100th of a second. But well done, Anton Semenuk. He was good yesterday, wasn't he? He was really good.
Yeah, he was, and he'll get a chance to go under the 2 minutes, and I'm sure that will happen tonight if he's on form.
Well, another Canadian in this one, this time in lane number 1, Leon Kim. Maurice Baumgartner, Loughborough University in 2, Callum Rose for Edinburgh Uni in 3. Josh Gammon had a good swim in the 50 butterfly. He goes in lane number 4. Tom Bealey, University of Aberdeen Performance, goes in lane number 5. Edward Marsall Whittles, Chelsea and Westminster in 6. Maxwell Adams, Wickham District in 7. Matthias Christoph from Mount Kelly goes in lane number 8. Another Canadian going well in the early stages, Robert. Look at this,
indeed.
Leon Kim.
Yeah, we did mention early on that they will treat this with respect. Having come over, they want to perform at a very high level, and they're certainly doing that today. Kim's gone out strongly indeed. 57.46 in third place, 56.96, Paul. And you've got a lane, it doesn't matter if it's the outside lane or not. He's swimming really well as the youngster.
And we're into the cycle seeded heats as well,
Yeah.
so the two in the centre are going to be two main contenders for the top places, and that's Joshua Gammon in 4 and Tom Bailey in lane number 5. Tom Bailey Scottish representative.
Well, I'm looking for another record in this one, Paul.
I think so. Do you think it's going to go another
Yeah, I
junior
think it's-
record, or the
I think
Canadian closest to us?
Yeah, I think it's going to go, Paul.
I'll keep an eye on that, see if he can eclipse his teammate here. But at the front of the field, Bailey and Gammon having a little bit of a tussle here. And Tom Bailey might just take this one, unless Gammon's got other ideas at the end. Oh, it's close. Bailey does take it, and Leon Kim just slipped away in the final 50. But still, good swim from the Canadian as well. 2:03.27, but that tussle at the front of the field, well, the two top seeds, Bailey just taking it, and
I think Kim
not as fast as the previous heat for Semenuk.
No, but I think Kim will be in the final as well on that 2:03 time. Final heat, Dominic Simpson, Loughborough University in 1. In lane number 2, Ruben Robotham Keating. 3 is Antonio Rodriguez, Swansea University. Edward Mildred in 4, Manchester Performance Centre. Andrew Bertoli, University of Stirling 5. Brodie Gordon Gibson, Edinburgh University 6. Archie Minto, City Leeds 7. And Achilles Milo Lomano from Team England over in that outside lane in lane 8. Well, this is a super start from lane 4, Edward Mildred. Got already a body length clear, this university's champion. 15th at the World Championships, and another one that will be wanting to perform at a high level in a few months' time. Mildred going well, isn't he, Paul? Looking strong at the halfway mark.
Yeah, part of the Manchester Performance set-up now. Mildred, Andrew Bertoli in second, but Mildred really dominating this one, 56.44 at the halfway point. Bertoli around about a second and a half behind. Brodie Gordon Gibson, who's a finalist yesterday, he is in third place at the minute, and Mildred just making sure of that place in the top 8. Be difficult to see anyone coming back on him now. And again, as you said, Robert, World Championship representative last year in this 200 metres butterfly, and second place in the British Championships. She was second place in Edinburgh International. Edinburgh International is around it. Well, it's always at this time of year, and it's always about 3 or 4 weeks prior to the British Championships. It's always a good indicator of how swimmers, the preparation for swimmers are going. And Mildred, second place here last year, second place in the British Champs. He'll be looking to go one better here tonight as he progresses to that final in pole position in 2:10.10. Rodriguez came through strongly for second, and Brodie Gordon Gibson in third. It's 2:03.97 good enough for the final, Robert?
Yeah, that will be that'll be good for Brodie. Almost certain about that, Paul.
Mildred looking good though at the front of the field, never really challenged. Not sure if that'll be the case in the final. The others might have other ideas. Semenuk was great, that junior record. Bailey and Gammon will be there as well.
Just misses out, Brodie. Yeah,
just missed out there.
The 2 Canadian boys though are in the final.
Well, 2 juniors.
Yeah.
A few ties a little bit further down the field there. Don't think it will affect any of the positions in the junior finals, but we will wait for confirmation of that. So that's the 200 metres butterfly, another good final in prospect tonight, and the 400 individual medley for women about to come. Here is the lineup for the first of the 4 heats of this 400 individual medley. And again, Robert, we have got some good junior swimmers coming in the later heats, and some junior swimmers that we have seen break junior records yesterday, so we might be in for a treat in those later heats to see if anybody can challenge those records in the heats this morning. But the first heat though, 6 swimmers in this one, all with entry times between 5:09 and 5:11. So close contest in prospect here. Catherine Bodie, University of Aberdeen performance, closest to us in 2. Naomi Broadley, City of Wakefield in 3. Lexi Lamont from Aberdeen in 4. Isla Roberts, Hackney Anaconda in 5. Isabel Fox from Derwentside and Gateshead in 6. And Ava Smith from Geary in lane number 7. So Fox off to a good start, 31.55. It was nice to see the Geary swimmers in these IM events.
Yeah.
Of course, the great Hannah Miley, still the Scottish record holder in this one, still the British record holder actually, Hannah Miley. And yeah, she was a great servant to the Geary team over the years, wasn't she? The individual medley, very much a speciality for Hannah Miley on the international stage, but nationally she did just about everything.
Yeah, she did virtually everything. All distances from 50s right up to 1500. Nothing fazed her. But, and still going into her 30s as well.
Well, into the backstroke element of this one, lane number 6 going well. That's Isabel Fox from Derwentside and Gateshead, another of those swimmers from the northeast of England. And Isabel Fox there, just with getting caught by Naomi Broadley there. You just see the splits. It's good to have these splits on our screens, isn't it, Robert? It can tell you exactly if swimmers are closing or pulling away.
You can see it, especially when we get to the breaststroke. You'll see some of them will do a breaststroke in something like 49, 50 seconds. Another swimmer will do it in 41, and they'll come from nowhere and almost take up the lead. See a wide disparity certainly in the breaststroke. You won't see so much in the other 3 strokes.
Broadly done enough to take the lead there. Not quite there, but she did close up another almost a second on Isabel Fox, so the gap only 0.2 of a second there. Catherine Bodie it was actually that pulled up on that one. So the leading 3 away and clear as they go into the second half now, Robert.
Yeah. Catherine Bodie, another swimmer ex-Geary in that outside lane, and you'll see the Geary camp over on the far side, the youngster Ava Smith. But, a club that does everything, you know, IM, 400 IM, 1500 free, 200 butterfly. These are the sort of specialist events that Geary ensure that all the swimmers are capable of doing every distance, and even the shorter distances. But Isabel Fox looking good.
Lexi Lamont was the fastest on that first 50 breaststroke, but got a little bit of ground to make up. Lexi going in lane number 4 there, the bottom of those 2 yellow marked lanes. She's coming through strongly though, but
she is indeed.
Let's see if this is going to make a difference to the finishing positions here. Isabel Fox still going well in lane number 6. He has held the lead pretty much from the start, but only marginally. And it's still a marginal advantage for the Derwentside and Gateshead swimmer.
Ava Smith now gone 3rd over on the far side, but she's not going to challenge the leading 2. Isabel looks as though she's done enough in the early stages to ensure she's going to take this one. Naomi Broadley from Wakefield, about a body length further back. Isabel Fox will want to push on. She's got a second or so advantage, and has taken almost 3/4 of a second out of the lead there. Now Isabel Fox still thinks got enough in hand here, Paul. Looking strong.
So just, I mean, she's been on the right end of the touches there almost every turn. She's led pretty much from the start here, and she's going to continue to lead, I think, right into the finish. So good swim there from Isabel Fox, pulling away actually at the end. 35.55 for that final 50, and she gets in 5:11.72. So she wins it by a second and a half. So well done to Isabel Fox. Naomi Broadley in second, Ava Smith and Isla Roberts, Catherine Body, Lexi Lamont. It was close for third, Ava Smith coming through winning that contest. That's the first heat. And now move on to heat number 2.
Isabella Thanasoulis from Hackney in 1. Charlotte Thompson, Edinburgh University 2. 3. Charlotte Cope, Team England in 3. Teammate Lacey Roberts 4. 5 is Alice Cummings, City Glasgow. Expect her, in fact, Reventa Lane in lane 4. In 5, Rebecca Reid from Aberdeen. Old Tunbridge Wells Monsoons, Olivia Quillia in 7, and Ella Smith, Barra Stockton in 8. Barra Stockton swimmer going well on that far side. They're all going pretty well. Charlotte Thompson 31.26, the swimmer from Edinburgh University. Pretty strongly, but it's now Charlotte Cope from Team England. Over on the far side, Ella Smith, Barra Stockton, Alice Cumming. So 4 of them probably separated by about a second and a half. Just lane 3 with the advantage. 107.71, more about a second and a half between the first 4. Charlotte Thompson, Ella Smith, Alice Cumming.
It's all pretty close at the front of the field still. You wouldn't have said anybody's made a decisive move here. We often see things change about in the individual medley, as we quite often see, although in that previous one Isabel Fox led from start to finish, but yeah, a little bit unusual in a 400 individual medley. Let's see who's going to take up the running now. Charlotte Cope's still there, 41.02, but Isabella Thanasoulis with 39.20 really closed up there by almost 2 seconds on that first 50 of the backstroke. She does the same. She'll be leading when they get to the halfway point, but it is still Charlotte Cope, one of those Team England squad. As we said, around about 35, 36 swimmers that are in the Team England group that have come up to compete here in Edinburgh. And they've had some success. They've had some good swims so far on day 1 of competition, continuing that this morning. And it was Thanasoulis got the touch. It didn't look like that, did it?
Didn't look that way. It looked like Charlotte got the touch. It was a very soft touch, to be fair, Paul. Well, I don't know the qualities of Charlotte Isabella on breaststroke. I know that Alice Cumming has a fairly good breaststroke, so I don't think she's going to be dropped. Whether she can pull something out at the moment, the answer is no, because Charlotte Cope is looking ever so strong in this breaststroke section, Paul. We'll get an idea of the splits here. 40-81, 43 for Alice, and a 46. So Charlotte Cope, you really think has got this race wrapped up. It should extend it by another second or 2, and with the freestyle to come, it's all over.
Well, yeah, I mean it's
good as
extended now. Alice coming through into second. It's a good tussle for third on, well, both sides of the pool actually. Thanasoulis and Thompson, and Olivia Quiller as well, the 15-year-old from Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson. I think it's Quiller possibly who has the advantage here. Charlotte Cope though, just see the gap that she opened up there, 42.79 for her. Quiller was the next fastest on 43 point. That's pulled her through into third, but it's all of a sudden, Robert, it's just got really elongated this field, doesn't it?
It certainly has. We're looking maybe at a wee PB here, potentially for Charlotte. Entry time of 5:05.20, which kind of suggests a conversion when it finishes in a 0. And if that is the case, anything close to that long course will be a super swim. Well, she was a 37.71, so maybe freestyle is not our strongest part of an IM. Certainly breaststroke was very, very good. Alice coming on also around about 37 on that last split. Charlotte's going to come in just a second or two.
Yeah, 5:07.
Yeah, it's a pretty decent time though, Paul. Alice 5:11.88. She was on a 5:03.70, which again is probably a conversion. Olivia takes third, 5:12.32.
It's funny you should say about conversion. We had this conversation on the live stream yesterday. There was an entry time that was, I think it was 0.00. Tony and I said, yeah, that's most likely a conversion, most likely a conversion. And then in that very race, the first two swimmers finished 0.00 both times. It's like, oh well, maybe it's not. You can never tell.
Yeah, sometimes it's not, but more often than not, it probably is.
So we're into the seeded heats. We did have a disqualification in that previous heat, unfortunately. You saw on your captions. But we're into the cycle seeded heats now. So again, some of the main contenders you'll see in the middle lane. We don't have Evie O'Halloran Hutchison. We didn't see her yesterday, so not taking a start again today. Certainly not this morning. Matilda Ransom, though, from Bath University, goes in 1. Anna Farrow in lane 3. Matilda Ransom in 2, actually. Anna Farrow in 3. Susie McNair will be one of the favourites to challenge for this title. She goes in lane number 4. Evie Mackey next to her, 17-year-old from Lanark, goes in lane number 5. Fruka Ludwig from Loughborough University, the Dutch swimmer, goes in 6. Sophie King from Mount Kelly in 7, and Eve Horton from Wigan Best in the outside lane in lane number 8. So right in the centre, Susie McNair, second place in the recent Bucks Championship, so looking forward to a good performance here in Edinburgh. Looking for a junior record here in either this or the next heat. A very strong start from Susie. Yeah, of course, Susie not a junior swimmer, but Evie Mackey is. She is. Well, Susie's backstroke's pretty useful, but Evie Mackey is actually looks as though she's making a wee bit of ground here, Paul. Yeah, we'll just check splits here. 37.71 for Susie, 37.83. So the gap just about being maintained by Susie McNair, and those two are the fastest in the field. So no one closing up on the two leaders here. Maybe in third place, well, real tussle for third place right across the pool between lane 3, 6 and 8. But Susie McNair and Evie Mackey, just a wee bit faster stroke rate that Evie's got. I think she has closed down maybe about a second here, Paul. A 38, a 37, yeah. It's game on. Both have got very good breaststrokes. Evie maybe a wee bit better. So expect a bit of fun and games when we get to the 300 mark. Junior record is held by Katie Shanahan. or just walked up the steps next to us just a few minutes ago. So not taking part in this 400 IM today, Katie Shanahan, and she's left the two swimmers. Two West of Scotland swimmers, Robert, you know them well. You do the West District events.
Yeah, Susie's come on leaps and bounds after she moved to Stirling, or the Stirling Swimming Club, about 5 years ago. Backstroke was very good. Freestyle was very useful. Her breaststroke, quite honestly, if I use the word mince, it was mince. But all of a sudden, when she about 15, it went from absolutely nowhere to outstanding, and an IM just took off from there, and it's just been getting better and better. But this wee lassie, well, she's not a wee lassie anymore, Evie Mackey. I've watched her right from the age of 10, and I thought this is a talent that hopefully will develop, and it has developed into something quite special. Very talented all-rounder. She does literally everything, right up to 1500 free, 50s right up to 1500.
So it looks like she's
looking very strong indeed. Yeah.
Coming up to the final turn here. 34 seconds now for that 50, so it's just opened up a little bit of a gap. She does the same again. We're looking to be under the 5 minute mark, so it's a good target for her. Maybe well under the 5 minutes. She's up the pace a little bit, Evie Mackey. McNair should be safely into that final. One more heat to come after this one, of course, and the top 8 times from all the heats will progress. Classes so far has been 5:07 from that previous heat, but Evie Mackey 4:54. That is a comfortable win for Evie Mackey. Susie McNair in second will make it into that top 8, I'm sure, with one heat to come. And Fruka Ludwig just faster than the previous heat, so she's in a good position as well in third place. The Netherlands swimmer, representing Loughborough Performance Centre. But Evie Mackey and Susie McNair, they certainly, well, you would imagine they'll be in the final. We can't say for sure. There's 8 swimmers in the next one, but I think pretty sure they'll be in it.
Come on, Paul. They'll be in the final. I'm sure of that. Absolutely certain.
Pretty sure. So Emily Smith going in this one, Robert. She was a record breaker last night, junior record breaker. So it'll be interesting to see how she goes. The Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson swimmer.
Saturday from Newcastle Swim Team in 1. Alice Forrest, Derwentside and Gateshead 2. Petra Varga, Team England 3. Amelia Smith from Royal Tunbridge Wells Monsoon 4. Viva Holensky, Mount Kelly College 5. Emma Price, Borough Stockton in 6. 7 Sadie Hunter, Team England 7. And we do have one Scot in this one. It's Millie Serrell from Geary. Another Geary swimmer doing an IM, and just 15. She's the only one with an entry time in excess of 5 minutes. The rest of them range from 4:35 through to 4:58.8. But Nina Smith from Old Tunbridge Wells down in Kent, as I say, I expect her potentially to take the meet record. That's the junior record, 104.29. Just a wee bit faster than the previous heat. Already dominating this. With a little between second and third. Petra Varga, Viva Holensky. Amelia Smith, entry time of 4:35.49. She finished taking the silver medal at the World Juniors, European Junior Champion. So just 17. Another swimmer that will hope to push on over the next few years, and looking very composed at the moment. Doesn't seem to be working too hard, but doing more than enough. She might not be too worried about the time, it's just about the swim this morning.
I'm just looking up the results from yesterday. It was the 400 freestyle that she got that junior record yesterday, Emily Smith. And yeah, a couple of great swims that we saw from her. So I wonder if she can add another 400 record to her tally this weekend.
Yeah.
Meet records, of course, here at the Edinburgh International. When we talk about these Edinburgh International records, always the ones set here at this meet, and it's got a great history. Some fantastic record holders in both the seniors and in the juniors over the past while. Of course, the event, Edinburgh International, just almost came back almost about a decade ago, didn't it? I remember back in the 80s. I remember it being a big event back in the 80s and early 90s, and then we had a little bit of a hiatus, but back with a bang around about a decade or so ago, and it's attracted, well, so many top stars over the world over that last decade. I mean, Adam Peaty was one that, as we said, always a regular visitor here, but we've had Olympic champions galore here in Edinburgh in recent years.
Yeah, lots of swimmers from the Netherlands, France coming over, Scandinavian countries represented as well. 3:38.83. Well, it's a question of how fast you want to go for the final 100. 4:46.89 is the junior record, so we need probably a 33:34 for a split here, and she's just almost treating us like a swim down now.
It doesn't have to work too hard to make it into that final. She has gone 34 point.
Well, if she pushes it a wee bit, I think she's maybe just going to take the junior record without really trying.
Held by Katie Shanahan, 4:46.89. So that's the time to look out for, 4:46.89. Katie Shanahan's junior record, and
that's going to go. That's going. That certainly is going this morning.
And it has gone 4:45.70 for Emily Smith. Another junior record goes to the swimmer from Royal Tunbridge Wells, Monson, and well, it looked easy, didn't it, Robert? I bet it wasn't, but it was absolutely smooth as silk for Emily Smith. Yeah. Aviva Linsky coming in second, 4:56.75. Petra Varga also under the 5-minute mark, and that should be safe enough for them to make that top 8. But Emily Smith, well, that was a display, wasn't it? Fantastic.
Yeah, Alice Forrest, I think, will on that time just get herself into the final. Yeah, as does Emma Price and Fuka Ludwig.
No swim-offs at the moment in this 400 IM, thank goodness.
Yeah.
I think everybody breathes a sigh of relief.
Yeah, no equals in that one, thank goodness.
But yeah, great swim. Emily Smith just looking very, very good indeed, working course towards these British Championships in a month's time as well. When what can she do in those championships? Looking great here in Edinburgh, and still a few weeks to go, and about a month to go until those British champs as well, so could see something spectacular from her. What we're going to get here, it's going to be close races, it's going to be fast racing. It's the 50 freestyle male and open.
Magnus Morris, Thomas Carswell, Alexandro Diaforino, Christian Gale, Harry Robinson, Lucas Brown, Mantis Casapidis. 23.5 to 23.5 to 23.6, a tenth of a second, and a very strong start over on the far side James Guy is in this one as well, and it's Guy who looks as though he's got this one pretty well wrapped up in the outside lane, or is he? Just and no more. 23-24.
It's a surprise appearance from James Guy in that outside lane there. Well done to him taking that one, showing his versatility. He can do the sprints as well as the 2 and the 400 events. James Guy, well done, taking that first heat. 23-24. The heat's getting faster as we go through. Batayanui boat from Mount Kelly, Alexander Moore, Jacob Peters, Ruben Alty, Evan Davis, Logan van der Meulen, Lachlan Parrott and Zach Slater. Very good start there. Well, Jacob Peters doing butterfly and really right up there in the mix with all the freestylers. This is a great swim from Jacob Peters. Look at this. He might just take this one, but maybe not quite. He's going to be pipped at the end by Evan Davis and Logan van der Meulen. But Jacob Peters, great swim there, and that butterfly all the way for Jacob. And he was right there at the very end. But Evan Davis, City of Cardiff swimmer, came through strongly, 23-30. Of course, the Welsh have the opportunity to post a time for Commonwealth Games qualification at these championships. So we've seen some fast Welsh swims this weekend.
Emil Dillon in 1, Thomas Excel 2, Ethan Sopit-Moss 3, Jensen Norris 4, Cameron Brooker 5, Brogan Hyde 6, Aaron Oker 7 and Samuel Sutcliffe in 8 from Ramsbottom. We'll come back to that in a wee minute. At Cameron Brooker though, coming down very strongly in lane 5. I think he's going to take this, but it is very tight indeed, as it expects to be. Cameron Brooker, Broden Hyde and Jensen Norris. Cameron Brooker takes that to 23-41. James Guy still the fastest, 23-24. Duncan and I were talking about Ramsbottom. We were wondering where is that. We both agreed that it was Lancashire, and it's just virtually in the Bury area north of Manchester. So that's where it is.
We are in to the seeded heats now, cycle seeded heats. Rory McKinnon, Thomas Leggett, Dan Jones, Gabriel Shepherd, Jacob Whittle, Rio Dado, Stefan Kravich, Harry Robinson. Well, again, should be a tight one. Gabriel Shepherd, one of the top seeded times. British short course silver medalist, but he's in lane number 4, also going well. Jacob Whittle in 5, Dan Jones having a good swim as well in 3, and it is those 3 I think into the wall first, and it is Shepherd in 22.81. We'll take that one, and that has just gone past James Guy's 23.24 in second place. If we get the result confirmed, because I can't quite see the scoreboard from this angle.
Yeah, 2:22's in that one. James Guy the third fastest now. Jacob Whittle 22.99. Dan Jones 23.32. I think is fourth fastest. No, that's actually fifth fastest. Andreas Vazios, Leon Kim, Marex Roberts, Alexander Kuhn, Abduljar Adama, who had a very good day yesterday, was in Tiviti. Ewan Peterson, Aaron Bissett. Pretty level start. Adam in 5, going very strongly indeed. And Cahoon also well there, the 2 middle lanes. They've probably got it between them. It's 4.51 perhaps. 1.54. Well, this was 22.60. Well, it was a dead heat. 22.65 and 22.73 in third place. Maddox also under the 23 mark, and Tabiti 23. Wow, that was extremely fast indeed. What's the 22s there? 4:22s.
Andres Vazios having a,
Wow.
a great event here in Edinburgh. A great swim yesterday, fantastic swim today. Here's this one going to go. Oliver Watts, Angelo Giancontini, Jordan Cooley, Jacob Mills, Matt Richards, David Cumberledge, Joseph Way and Zachariah Dale. Well, Jacob Mills, 19 years of age this year. This is the age at the end of the year, of course. Had a great British Championships last year. He goes in lane number 4. He's got a little bit of work to do though. Matt Richards going well in at 5. David Cumberledge going well in lane number 6. And they're all coming into the wall together. Might be Richards into the wall first. It is Richards in 22.57. Mills and Jordan Cooley getting in. And Cumberledge, I think, was fourth.
Yeah, great to see David Cumberledge still swimming. This is surprised us year after year. I think that might just scrape him just about the final. He does. He just gets into the final. 22.82. No equals yet.
And just Maddox Roberts missing out by 5/100ths of a second, and Dan Jones missing out on the top 16 as well. But 22 seconds was the mark that you needed to get to make your way into that top 8. And wow, should be interesting contest tonight. It's going to be very, very close indeed. Good swim there from Matt Richards to get in first place for that final heat there. And again, another swimmer showing his versatility over these freestyle events. Sticking with the 50s though, Robert, we're on the 50 metres breaststroke for female swimmers. 5 heats of this one.
Ella Thompson, Esme Hall, Lucy Stokes, Millie Serrell, Amy Owenson, the senior man, and Ella Smith. Smartly away, Cassinia Man, Mingus Hill and Whitehall over in that black cap. A water polo member of the GB team, and great to see her competing in the pool today. And she might actually take the heat from lane 6. It's tight though. Lane 4 just getting up. Millie Serrell just takes that from Lucy Stoves, senior man, 34.23, 34.29 and 34.44. Great race to get us underway there. Millie Serrell snatching that to death.
That's a good finish there.
Nice wee PB as well for both girls. The first two.
Okay, number 2 on the way, Lexi Lamont back in the water again. We saw her in the 400 IM just a little while ago. And Honor McCarty in lane number 2. Olivia Quiller back in again. It's a tough session for some of these swimmers. Erin Kaplan O'Brien, Julia Salat, the Egyptian swimmer in lane number 5. Gabriella Winton, Scarlett Russell and Lexi Dunn. That is the lineup for this second heat. We're trying to chase that 34.23 that we saw in the previous heat. Looks like Julia Salat is going to take this one in lane number 5, looking good at this stage. Coming back one lane up from her is Gabriella Winton in lane number 6, and also in the centre lane Erin Kaplan O'Brien, but it is going to be lane 5 getting in ahead of the rest. 33.86, that's faster than the first heat. Scarlett Russell finished well, Birmingham University swimmer, bring herself through into second again, faster than that first heat. But Julia Salat under the 34-second mark. Good performance from the University of Stirling swimmer.
Ellie Kennedy, City Glasgow in 1, Shima Taghavi, Canada in 2, Periscope Edinburgh University 3, Colin Devon, Birmingham University 4, Ellie Campbell, Swim Ireland 5, Amy Hansen, Hackney 6, Amy McLeod, City Glasgow 7, Megan Mills, Tadcaster goes in 8. Pretty level start, lanes 5 and 6, Ellie Campbell, Amy Hansen, very prominent. It's pretty close between those two still. A little between them as we get into the business end here. And it is still lane 5 with the advantage. And they come. And lanes 5, 7 and 6. Ellie Campbell, 32.99, takes that. First sub 33 from Amy McLeod, 33.73 and 33.82, Amy Hansen. A nice swim there from Ellie, out smartly, and that's a half a second faster entry time.
Yeah, we're not in that third heat. We're into the cycle series heats now. So we got Asia Kent in lane number 1. We got Emily Morgan Hughes in 2, Hannah Capron in 3, Jasmine Carter in 4, Amy Crowley in 5, Elizabeth Booker in 6, Emily McGee in 7, and Sophie King in lane number 8. Again, Jasmine Carter in lane number 4. One of the favourites, Amy Crowley, though, from City of Cardiff. Another one of these Welsh swimmers. Again, as we said, the Welsh can set times for the Commonwealth Games here in Edinburgh to bring them into contention, and Amy Crowley gets in first, 32.12 for Amy. So well done to her. She takes it ahead of Jasmine Carter, 32.61, and Hannah Capron in third, 32.84. But convincing win there for Amy, 32.12. It's a clear victory, and we don't always see that in the 50-metre events.
Yep. Very clear victory. Anna Head, Haley Wigan Best 1, Edinburgh University 2, 3 and 4, Hannah Bowley, Charlotte Hardy, Anna Morgan, Sienna Robinson, Loughborough University, Nikolai Timakova, Barbara Kosz-Berczyszka in 6, Anna Faha, Loughborough University 7, and Sophie Hamilton, teammate in 8. Now the 2 middle lanes, Anna Morgan, Sienna Robinson. At the moment, it's advantage with Anna Morgan from Edinburgh University coming through very strongly. National short course champion, and she's going to take this pretty convincingly as well. 31.44, Charlotte Hardy takes second, 32.23, Sienna Robinson, 32.40. Those three almost certainly will be in the super final. Don't know about Nicoletta, whether she's on the cusp. I think she might be a B finalist once we get the final seeded heat underway.
Here's the lineup for that one. Big Edinburgh University presence in the centre lanes. Anastasia Musat from Mount Kelly in 1, Anna Finlay from Derwentside and Gateshead in 2, Imogen Miles from Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson in 3. 3 from Edinburgh Uni, Cara Hanlon, Katie Goodburn and Sophie King. And Lily Green in 7, Gabriella Hunt from Team England in lane number 8. So, good start there from Katie Goodburn in lane number 5. Next to her is Cara Hanlon. Again, these two Edinburgh University teammates going head to head as we see them often. But Cara Hanlon, again, what a great record she has got here in Edinburgh in all the breaststroke distances. 31.18 for Cara Hanlon. Really fast time there. Katie Goodburn was away in the early stages, but Cara Hanlon pulled up in the closing stages of that one. And 2 excellent times there, 31.18 and 31.98.
Imogen Miles in third, gets into that final. Jasmine Carter just scrapes in. Nicoletta just misses out, as I thought she might just do.
Yeah, you were right, Robert, spot on.
Well, surprisingly, even in these sprints, we've not got any equals in the sort of top 24. So very much looks as though we're missing out on, swimmers.
Oh, that's a shame.
It is a shame, but I'm sure the swimmers are delighted at that.
I just noticed one of the names there in his 50 breaststroke. I thought I recognised Asia Kent was one of the names I remembered there from the Island Games representing Gibraltar. Did Gibraltar have a team in the Commonwealth Games? I think they might do, you know.
Well, yeah, I
Check
suppose they
that
will
out.
have.
Yeah,
I would
it's,
think they-
you know, Jersey,
yeah.
Guernsey, Isle
Yeah,
of Man.
Isle of Man, yeah.
So, you know, I might
Yeah.
see Asia Kent in the Commonwealth Games. We need to check that one up.
Yeah.
I thought I recognised the name. Anyway,
I would think they will have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
qualification
They'll be
standards in for all these different Commonwealth nations. They all have different standards. England and Scotland, of course, are doing the one-off trials at the British Championships. The para-swimmers have different qualification standards as well for all the teams. And of course, Wales have got a qualification window. There'll be different criteria for Northern Ireland, Jersey, Guernsey, Cayman Islands, and too much for us to keep up with, I think,
Yeah,
Robert.
far too complicated for us this morning.
We're into the next event. We have upped the distance again. We're into the 800s. 2 heats of this one for us to enjoy this morning, and the fastest heat will go again in this evening's session.
7 in this one. Luke Moore from Loughborough University in 1. Tom Belt, Mount Kelly College 2. Sean Bugler from University of Stirling 3. 4 is Adam Macaulay Wright, Team England. In lane number 5 we have Edward Evans from Beckenham. 6 Jack Bambra, City Cardiff, and in 7 Troy 7 on from Tabby Sim. And if you're wondering where Tabby Sim are, they're Sweden.
I think we do have a swim off. We've just been hearing.
Yeah, well, I think we had that from very earlier on.
I've just looked it up, Robert.
Yeah.
Gibraltar have participated in every Commonwealth game since 1958, and including Birmingham 2022. So there
we are. There we are. That's good. Yeah, we do indeed have a swim-off, which will be at the end of the session, between Oliver Davis-Tuttle and Lucas Brown.
50 back, was it?
50 back, yeah. 26.80 both guys did.
Look at this contest here at the front of the field. Edward Evans and Jack Bambra locked together. There, they went over almost in unison there. And well matched, these two, in the early stages of this one. It's a quarter of the race gone. I saw some of these swimmers as well swim the 1500 yesterday. Edward had a very good swim in that 1500, but Jack Bambra as well, City of Cardiff, side by side here. Just split by 4 100ths of a second in terms of that 50, only by 3 100ths in terms of the overall time, and both breathing to the same side. They look like they're both breathing to the one side all the way down, and that means that Jack Bambra had a good look at Edward Evans coming down there again, just split by 7 100ths of a second, and the gap between the two of them just 0.1 of a second. Luke Moore coming through in lane number 1 to get to 3rd position, and over on the far side there, Troy Sevenin from Tabby Sim, one of the swimmers from Sweden. Swedish club Tabby Sim, regular visitors here to the Edinburgh International. The gap just opening up very, very slightly there. Half a second advantage now for Jack Bambra over Edward Evans as they come down to the halfway point, but still nothing in it, Robert.
Good to have two guys at the head of affairs want to push one another on. So getting down to the halfway mark. So if we take this time, double it, and probably add about 4 to 5 seconds, we're not going to be a million miles out. And, both guys entry time 8:27.70 for Edward, Jack 8:29.90. So potentially could have long course PBs they may actually be, as we said, they could be short course conversions finishing in a 0, but they may also be long course, legitimate long course times.
We're back in unison again, going
Yeah.
over that turn.
Yeah.
Look at that, 3/100ths of a second there, like literally synchronised turning there as the two of them went over, and they were in the same boat as they did in the early stages. But Edward Evans has just begun to ease a little bit of an advantage now ahead of Jack Bamburgh. I thought Jack was almost going away there, but look at that again, going over on the turn, absolutely together. 5/100ths of a second separating them. Edward just slightly faster on that 50 there, side by side again.
It's very cat and mouse now, isn't it?
For third place, it's still the Swedish swimmer from Täby Sim, Troy Sevenin, and Luke Moore battling that one out, closest to us from Loughborough University. There's that turn again, and well, 16/100ths of a second now. Jack Bamburgh taking up the running again. But they're coming down to the 2/3 stage, Robert.
Yeah, you'd think now they want to just wind it up a wee bit now. Pacing round about 65. So again, we're looking for a sort of 32.5 split. Yeah, they're beginning just to wind it up, both guys. Well, it doesn't look that way. Both still look pretty relaxed.
Yeah, they're working hard, these two, and it's great to have such a good head-to-head. And yeah, that might just spur them on to keep going and to claim a decent time here in this 800. Great to have this sort of battle. We've got another very similar battle for third position, but they're separated by the entire pool, so it's just as close as the other two though. But Jack had a good turn there, good last 50, and he's just eked out that tiny little lead over Edward.
Hard to tell, but it looks as though Jack still looks as though he hasn't actually got to work yet. Edward gets to work to try and claw back that advantage. Not much in it now. Evans just a wee bit faster, so I think we're looking at something pretty close to 8:26 here.
Yeah, the entry times, Edward Evans 8:27, Jack Bamburgh 8:29, so they could be on for our best times here, these two. Oh, but who's going to get the touch? Who's your money on, Robert? Bamburgh, do you think, with that advantage? Evans looking good though, still very much in the mix.
Yeah, Bamburgh I think hasn't actually pulled anything out yet.
So here we come now for the final sprint to the wall. Edward Evans beginning to up his stroke rate. Bamburgh with those long levers just holding on, and Evans trying to come back. It is going to be right to the wire here. It's going to be very close. Here comes Edward Evans in the closing stages now. Is he going to get the touch? It's really close. They're stroke for stroke, and it into the wall together, and 5/100 separating them, and Jack Bamburgh gets the touch over Edward Evans. A handshake between the two. That was a cracking battle.
Wonderful.
And Luke Moore comes through strongly for third, with Adam McCauley right finishing strongly for fourth as well. But what a battle between these two, and two great times. 8:25. They'll be delighted with that.
Yeah, 8:25.80, 8:25.85. Bamburgh didn't look as though he had much of a sprint, but that long rangey stroke just pulled out just at the death. Great swims, guys. Morgan Davis, Mount Kelly College 1. Jack Boothroyd, Portsmouth North Sea in 2. Matthew Warburton, Bath University 4. Another Portsmouth North Sea swimmer. Marco Iacno in 4. Samuel Sterry, Team England 5. James Bodie, University of Aberdeen Performance 6. Josh Denham, University of Stirling in 7. And Aidan Turner, Newcastle Swim Team in 8. Well, times in this one range from 8:10:40 to 8:22:33. Well, can we have something close to maybe 8:15? That would probably be what we're expecting, there or thereabouts. Over the far side though, Josh Denham, our early leader, from Aidan Turner and James Bodie. No, it's doesn't look like an arrow formation. It's an arrow formation just on one line.
I know.
876.
Diagonal line across the pool.
Almost. On the far side at the moment, Josh Denham from Turner and Bodie, just sub a minute after the first 100. So the two outside lanes are virtually together, with Bodie about a body length back in 3rd.
This is not one of the well, the fastest swimmers in the middle, and separated by some 12 seconds. So maybe a little bit of a surprise to see the outside lanes doing so well here in the early stages. But again, as we saw in that previous heat, we get two swimmers side by side, and they can push each other on to good times, and maybe we're seeing that happen again in these two outside lanes.
Indeed. So it looks as though we're maybe settled into something around a 64 pace. 63, 64. And Iacno in lane 4 beginning to make a move. He is the fastest on entry times, 8:10:40 by sort of 2.5 seconds over Sterry in lane 5. Warburton in 3 also trying to pick up his pace. You see 31:52 and 72. Still going pretty well on those outside lanes, but still early days. We've only gone about 300 metres. So plenty of time for everyone to get involved.
Iacno, the youngest in the field there in that middle lane, now moving through into 2nd position, 31.25 for that previous 50. 16 years of age. When we talk about the age of the swimmers, it's the age at the end of this year, so he may well still be 15. We're only in the beginning of March, so he may just still be 15, but 16 in terms of the age groups for these championships is at the end of the year. So good young talent there. Ukrainian swimmer in lane number 4, Aidan Turner, just a year older, Newcastle swimmer in that outside lane, still maintaining that very slender lead, but Makar Iacno, as they come down to the halfway point, might be just about to overtake Aidan Turner from Newcastle, and things getting a little bit spread out behind the leading 3 as well. Josh Denham is going to have to work hard to stop the chasing pack from closing him down. Makar Iacno still the fastest in the pool, takes another half second out of the lead of Aidan Turner.
Probably looking for a finish somewhere around about the 8:20 mark, maybe just a little bit inside that, Paul. Maybe 8:17. And Makar is certainly upping his pace a wee bit more.
So going to take the lead here?
Almost.
Ooh.
He may well be in the lead at the 500 mark now. Turner still going well over that outside lane. You know, on paper he's about 12 seconds or so slower, but he's having a very solid swim, Newcastle lad.
He's working hard. He's might be able to see Maka Yatno across those 4 lanes. Probably be able to see a splash anyway at the very least, and give him some heart. No, he's right in the mix here, but Yatno has taken up the running now. Although Aidan Turner not giving this one away easily and still fighting strongly here, as they are well into the second half of this one. We'll come down to the 3/4 stage as they get to the bottom end now. Lap markers coming out, and Makar Yatno.
Turner coming back though.
He is, yeah, 3/10 of a second faster than the man in the middle, Aidan Turner. So these two having a good tussle. It's all to play for behind them as well for 3rd position, but it is still.
Turner might actually have got back into the lead here. Nothing in it here.
Switched around, Robert. 3/10 of a second the other way this time. But still not over at all. Josh Denham still in 3rd position, and 4th, 5th and 6th all in a line. Samuel Sterry, Jack Booth Broad, I think, right in there as well. Matthew Warburton, Morgan Davis, all very much in the mix here.
Just beginning to wind it up a wee bit now. 31, 73 and 86 respectively. You'd expect this one to be a low 31, maybe a 31.3.
Aidan Turner's done a good job to stay in contention for so long, but the youngster in the field from Portsmouth North Sea is going to take the belt ahead of the others.
Well, 31.66.
See what Aidan Turner's got left here for this final 100. See what Makar Yatno's got left as well. Turner fighting hard here, Robert. It's not all over yet.
I think he's looking to get inside the 8:22.33. I think there's a fair chance he might just scrape inside that. Makariano will probably get a little bit over that 8:20 mark. Turner needs a really strong finish, and fingers crossed if he can come back in about a low 30 or a high 30, that will give him a nice wee PB. It's a solid swim from the Newcastle swimmer, that outside lane.
He's not going to catch Yatno though, because
he's a really solid finish.
Great last 50 there. Look at that, 28.98 for Makar Yatno, and that's taken him a couple of seconds clear of Aidan Turner, who's just on that 8:22
just about
mark.
half a second outside, but great swimming, lads.
Josh Denham did hold on for 3rd. Samuel Sterry coming back strongly, the Jersey swimmer. Morgan Davis in 5th position there. Well done. Makar Yatno sets the standard. Fastest heat of this 800 will go tonight, but all these times set in the heats this morning will count towards that when they hand out the titles. Faster swimmers go in the 800 tonight, though. Expect them to be a little bit faster than that 8:19, but Makar Yatno set the standard here. Nearly at the end of the session, Robert.
Just about is. Just looking at the junior record for the Scottish junior record. Angus Barr. That's a name from a long time ago. Yeah, that record's probably, I'd guess, getting on for 15 years. Stephen Milne was the Scottish record holder.
Was Angus Barr with South Lanarkshire, was he?
Yeah, he was South Lanarkshire. East
Kilbride.
Finished off with East Kilbride. Originally started at Larkhall, Avondale.
Larkhall, I swum there once.
Yeah. So, as Paul says, we're nearly there. Just a swim off to finish with. Kelly Choi, Canada, into Astra Maddox, Millfield School. In 3, Mary Craig, Edinburgh University. In 4, Leila Weatherspoon, Heart of Midlothian. 5, and Zara Travis, Estonian swim team. In 6, no one in lane number 7. 204.03 to 204.49. So, on paper, we should get a tight contest. The Hearts lass, Leila Weatherspoon, is our early leader, 28.85. Mary Craig, the oldest in this one, 22, Edinburgh University swimmer in lane 4. Not much at the moment between 3 or 4 of them. Kelly Choi, a Canadian lass, just drops back a bit. She might be bidding her time at halfway.
She's had a busy schedule, Kelly Choi. She seems to have done a few events. Certainly saw her earlier this morning. She had a few events yesterday as well. She's youngest in the field here, 16 years of age. The Canadian, as I said, 16 years at the end of the year, so she may still be 15, but looks like a real talent, Kelly Choi. And got her work cut out though to chase the 2 leaders, Astra Maddox and Mary Craig, going over side by side here. Mary Craig just with that edge, 0.15 a second ahead of Astra Maddox. Zara Kravic had a couple of good swims yesterday as well, and she is through in 3rd position, but Mary Craig looks like she might have this one sewn up. Entry time of 2:04.0. See how close she can get to that one. Kelly Choi starting to come back in the closing stages, but it is going to be Mary Craig, Canadian, just
Zara
Kravic as well. Oh, Kravic, just on the touch. A 2:04.61, Zara Kravic, well done, great finish from her as well. They all closed up in the end there.
They did, yeah, it was very tight at the end, Paul. And Leila Weatherspoon, our early leader, finishing in 5th.
Nice times as well.
Yeah. Kerry Henney, Team England in 1. Teammate Alice Young in 2. Hannah Capron from the city of Brighton and Hove. 4 is Chloe Bowen, University of Stirling. 5, Catherine Renfrew, Edinburgh University. 6, Matilda Potter, City of Leeds. 7, Emma Alson, Tabby Sim. And 8, Ella Smith, Borough of Stockton. Almost all in a line at the early stage, but they'll stretch out no doubt fairly soon. Chloe Bowen, University of Stirling swimmer, at the first turn with the advantage, 29.02, smidgen slower than Leila was. This the second of the heats. The remainder are all seeded. Second place is Matilda Potter, City Leeds swimmer. Alice Young, I think, probably turning in 3rd, just ahead of her teammate Kerry Henney. 1:00.36.
Chloe Bowen, multiple medalists at the Island Games representing Guernsey, so another one who might have designs on a Commonwealth Games place for the Guernsey team. I think she was the biggest medalist in the pool. Next biggest female medalist, Philip Mavaki, was the biggest male medalist in overall, but higher number of medals, Chloe Bowen. But down to 3rd at the moment as Matilda Potter comes through really strongly. Matilda Potter, that again, yellow cap, familiar yellow cap of the City of Leeds, working really hard here and coming through strongly. in lane number 6, and looks like she is going to take this one. Wonder what kind of time she's going to register. We saw previous fast heat. Is it going to be somewhere in the low 2 minutes? 2:03 maybe? Yeah, 2:03.61. Nice second 100 there for Matilda Potter to take that one. Alice Young in second, Claiborne in third position. But Matilda Potter looking on good form here. And 2:03.61 for her. Just a half a second shy of her entry time of 2:03.16. Into the cycle seeded heats now. Marley Windsor of Canada goes in lane number 1, the junior swimmer, the 18-year-old. Sophie Davis from Millfield in lane number 2, Grace Davison from Swim Ireland in lane number 3, Leah Slauson from Manchester Performance in 4, Jessica Smelt from Loughborough University in 5, Theodora Taylor, the 17-year-old from Torvine Dolphins, off to a great start in lane number 6, Maxine Clark from Canada in 7, and Paige van de Westhuizen from University of Stirling in lane number 8. Well, Theodora Taylor in this 200 freestyle. We saw her swim yesterday the 50 freestyle and also the 100 breaststroke. And well, junior record breaker already at these championships. Theodora Taylor, can she get close to the junior record here, held by Angelina Rollman? 2 minutes .52 is the time. And as I said, 2 juniors in this one. Three juniors in fact, the 2 Canadians, Marley Windsor and Maxine Clark, and also Theodora Taylor leading them through there in 58.1. She's got a 17-year-old.
Got a chance then. A couple of 31s would do it. And Theodora's looking pretty strong, Paul. Can she just keep this pace going? Winner at the Welsh Winter Meet. We need something close to 28.5. Well, it's game on here.
It might well be. 2 minutes .52 is the time that we're looking for. Leah Slauson coming back strongly in the middle. Senior swimmers all kind of lining up behind Theodora Taylor, but Theodora Taylor might just have this one in lane number 6. Let's have a look at this meet record time for the junior swimmers. 2 minutes .52. Is it going to go? It's going to be mighty close. It is in 1:59.55. Another junior meet record has gone. Leah Slauson was in second position, and Marley Windsor, great finish from the Canadian. 2 minutes .75. And that was close to the old record as well, wasn't it? For the junior swimmer from Canada.
Well, she didn't just break it, she smashed it. Almost 2 seconds off that time. 2:00:52. Sorry, a whole second. 1:59.55. So a second off it. Great swim. And she gets a chance to do it tonight. Maisie Gifford, the Bath University 1, Annabella Compton, Wickham District 2, Sophie Bent, Mount Kelly College 3, Freya Anderson, University of Stirling in lane 4, Lucy Fox, Loughborough University 5, Holly Hibbert, Repton 6, Shola Robinson, Loughborough University 7, and Beatrice Varley, Plymouth College in lane 8. Well, Freya Anderson, good to see her back in the pool. Just missed out a medal at the European Short Course, and 5th at the World Short Course, 3rd in this event last year, and she'll be wanting to get back up to that very, very high standard. At the moment it's Anderson with that extremely strong start, 59.16. Ben in second place.
Such a good record Freya Anderson has had over the years. She's been a mainstay of the GB team for, my goodness, I'm thinking probably about a decade or so, hasn't she? Came through. Been a feature, an important part of the relay squads as well. And they've had some success internationally. Freya Anderson back, and let's hope she get back to her very best. Trying to make another Commonwealth Games appearance, of course. And now, of course, based in the University of Stirling. So she's going well. Sophie Ben also going well. And these two just trying to secure that spot in the top 8 tonight, and Freya Anderson will probably do that with a 159.96. Sophie Ben 201.04. Should see her safely through as well. Lucy Fox will be waiting for this next heat to come in 202.96, but looked like a good swim from Freya.
Yeah, very relaxed. Didn't really have to do too much. Well, the final heat of the morning. Julia Kulik, Loughborough University in 1. Evie Davis, University of Stirling 2. Her teammate Lucy Hope 3. Freya Colbert, Loughborough Performance Centre 4. Abby Wood, Manchester Performance Centre 5. Jessica Podger, Bath University 6. Mary Harris, Swansea University 7. And Elizabeth Land, the Newcastle swim team in 8. The baby of the field at 17, the rest all in their 20s.
Well, we talked about Freya Anderson being a mainstay of the relay team. Her relay teammates are pretty much all in here. Lucy Hope,
that's right.
Freya Colbert, Abby Wood, Medi Harris.
Yeah.
So a real quality field here. Freya Colbert had a great swim in the 400. I was commentating on the live stream with Nathan Hilton, who used to coach Freya Colbert back when she was a teenager, and he was telling us he thought that was a lifetime best for Freya in the 400 yesterday, and she's a British record holder in this one, the 200 freestyle, so could be on for something good tonight.
Yeah, yep.
Doesn't have to work too hard this morning, you would think, to qualify for that final, but Freya Colbert in fantastic shape there. Abby Wood lying in second place. The two swimmers, Abby Wood now in Manchester, but Freya Colbert and Abby Wood, great pals. We've seen them do a lot of social media stuff together. Teammates and former training partners, of course, but Abby Wood now in that Manchester squad. Freya Colbert still in Loughborough. Podger in lane number 6, also going well, but just behind Medi Harris in lane number 7. So the big names are coming to the front. Lucy Hope now in lane number 3. She's got a little bit of work to do.
She's got some work to do if she wants to get into that A final. I don't think she's going to get there, Paul, unless she flies. No, she's not going to get there, Paul. She'll be in the B final. Abby Wood closing, but both ladies easing down.
Well done, Freya Colbert, 159, just dipping under that 2-minute mark. Jessica Podger and Medi Harris on the 2:02 mark, and again Lucy Fox might just make that one as well. Theodora Taylor will be there also in the final. Should be a cracking race.
Yeah, Theodora will be in lane 4 as the fastest qualifier.
Freya Colbert looking good, finishing in second spot, and Jessica Smelt claims that last spot, 2:02.118. Was it only 1/100 of a second there?
Yeah.
Podger missing out, and that was going down the fields to our final rundown of the final individual event of this session. But we do of course have that little bonus for you.
We still have one more to come. This is for the final slot in the B final, and also first reserve. Lucas Brown is 20, Oliver Davis-Tuttle is 18, so he's guaranteed a swim regardless.
What did they? What was the time they went?
26:80.
26:80.
So,
right. Okay.
If Lucas wins this one, he's in the final. If not, he's first reserve. If Oliver finishes second, he's guaranteed a swim regardless, because he would then be the fastest junior.
So a little bonus here.
Wee bit
50 back.
pressure on Lucas. Lucas has got to win this to get a swim. If he doesn't, then he's got to look for someone withdrawing. So Lucas Brown in 5. Maybe just a slightly better start, but there's nothing between the two. And Oliver in 4. Might just be taking this one, or is he? Because it's very tight. Lucas Brown and
Look at that.
I really didn't want to call that because I couldn't see where the arms were.
Oh, brilliant.
Lucas Brown takes it. So Lucas Brown gets the final slot. Oliver, I don't think is too worried. He'll be in the centre lane unless someone swims much faster than that this afternoon.
Oh, brilliant.
So that's just done and dusted, Paul.
Yeah, great way to finish the session there. 2 100 separating. I love a swim off. It's been a good morning of action, and stick with us because 12:25 local time, in just over an hour's time, we will go again for this afternoon session. So thank you very much, Robert, for your company this morning, and we will be back in an hour's time for the next session here from the Edinburgh International. Enjoy your lunch. We'll see you soon.